Nice sunny evening.
It
Could
is
be
sunny.
worse.
It
Could be worse.
It could be worse. If you've never been to Bellefontaine, it's in northwest central Ohio. It's about an hour from the outer belt in Columbus. And Doug, it took you about an hour to get here as well?
Yes,
So,
come from the other direction.
yeah. This is one of the few fairgrounds where there's not covered seats, so we're looking into the setting sun on metal bleachers with no cover. So,
But I can remember the old days, the old grandstand here. And that's going back in time, giving my age away.
that's all right. You're entitled. Do a little.
At least I found my car this morning when I came out of Walmart, so it's going to be a good day. It's a good day. And here comes our boss right here, so we better be on top of things.
Well, I think we'll start then by reminding everyone that past performance pages are available on harnessracingohio.com. Go up into the upper right-hand corner, and I think it says View Races. You click on that, and you'll find us. We put the programs up about an hour before post time. We know there's a lot of organizations that use the program sales for fundraisers, so the last thing the OHHA wants to do is hurt their sales, so that's why they're up an hour beforehand. We score 5 across here at Bellefontaine, and we use saddle pad post positions, so that's the housekeeping. Doug, we haven't seen each other since Ottawa.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And you were upstairs, and I was just down below. But
Mike Wepkenberg, our official starter tonight. He is the sponsor of the passports this year. A big thank you to Mike and Becky Wepkenberg. Want to get that in before we start.
Yeah, we almost had 10 passports already.
Yeah, this evening.
So big passport day here at Bellefontaine. We have 14 races tonight, 11 tomorrow. Today is all fillies, and tomorrow are all the colts. So
Hank Levan has 11 in today out of the 14 races, maybe 9 tomorrow. That's 20 head he's racing here.
So I saw Hank warming one up. I saw Louie warming one up, and Dave Justice warming one up. So the whole Levan clan has all hands on deck today.
I didn't do my homework. I just now thought of it, but the 2 leading drivers, Jeff Nysonger and Hank Levan.
Jeff was scheduled to drive, but will not be here tonight.
Most likely Jeff is at Wilmington, I would say, which they started just a half hour.
Much shorter drive.
Yes, a much shorter drive for Jeff.
I did see Wilmington's going a half hour earlier, or an hour earlier tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. They have 18 tomorrow night. I don't know if there was 16 tonight at Wilmington, something like that. Speaking of Wilmington, Ohio, back in 1974, when I was calling races there, my wife sat in the infield and made our wedding invitations out for that December. That's what I remember about Wilmington. And she asked me that today. She said, "You going to Wilmington?" I said, "No." She said, "That's where, we made our wedding invitations out."
We stuff.
Yeah, we.
She did all the work. You just sat there and said, "Good job, honey."
Yeah.
We're joined by Frank Frost. We can't give him a headset yet, so thanks for the tent, Frank.
He's lost for words anyhow.
Scioto Downs is not racing tonight, so we get to see some of the normal Scioto Downs drivers. Sam Widger's here. I did see Cam McCown warming some up, so we'll get some of the Scioto Downs. Last night was Sire Stakes action, too, at Northfield Park.
At Northfield Park, yes.
Yep, so.
Did you happen to be there, Frank Frost? The nice 2-year-old Pacers I know went. I saw truck and whatever it might be.
That's gonna mess some announcer up. Don't truck with me.
Don't truck with me.
That's gonna
a bargain at $37,000. A bargain. He's paid for himself already, and then some.
We'll send it up to Bill Peters with the post parade for race number 1.
Number 3 is Heart of the Beach, owned by Stormhaven LLC of St. Louisville, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 4 is Gold Crush, owned by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, and Johnny Stand of South Bloomfield, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver Sam Widger. Owned by John Weisenberger Jr. of Oakwood, Ohio, Bentley Turner of Paulding, Ohio, trained by horses will go directly into the gate. So
That is your field for race number 1. Number 1 is Leonia L. Hank Levan trains and drives this one for Levan Racing, Darmafol Racing, Hefflinger, and Megan Levan. This one has 1 win, 1 second, 1 third in 3 seasonal starts. That win was back at Marion in 207-3.
And number 2, Big Loose. This is a homebred, Jay. Robert Brooks trains for Charles Little, 2-year-old bay filly by Big Bam Ray out of the Polo Player Mare. Polo but Pierce Henry drives. 3rd start of the year, has 2 4th-place finishes.
Number 3 is Heart of the Beast. Herman Hagerman trains. Emmanuel Miller will drive this one. Is Bring on the Beach filly, owned by Storm Haven of St. Louisville, Ohio. Has 1 2nd-place finish in 2 starts. That was last time out at Marion. Individually timed, though, in 2:08-2.
Sam Widger, the 4, Gold Crush for Rosie Weaver. Rosie Weaver owns in partnership with Johnny Stantz a $9,000 Buckeye Classic purchase last fall. 2-year-old bay filly by Zuma Kalade out of the Art Major Mare. Major Crush has yet to hit the board in 3 starts.
Number 5 is Remember Sherry. Steve Novak trains this one. Mark St. Louis will make the decisions. Stephen Brochu from Goodrich, Michigan, is the owner of this Monty Mickey filly. 2nd career starts. First time out was June 8th at Paulding. Made a break, finished 5th.
And rounding out the field, the 6. This will be a 2nd tier start for B Legendary. Clifton Bell for Bruce Forker, 2-year-old brown filly by Bit of a Legend out of the Rockin' Image Mare. BB's Rockin' Image, John Weisenberger of Oakwood, Ohio, and Brantley Turner of Paulding own. 2 starts, is yet to hit the board. Last time out, finished 4th, beaten 9 1/4. That was at Marion, pacing in 2:11 1/5. You can see on the backside, our starter Mike Wepkenberg has called him to the gate for the first here at the Logan County Fair. Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. 2 nights of action. Colts tomorrow night, Phillies tonight. We'll send it over to Bill Peters to give us a call.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. The first horse away is Heart of the Beach. Dropping in there 2nd is Leonia L. Up on the outside 3rd, that is Gold Crush. At the rail 4th is B Legendary. Moving in there 5th is Big Loose. And the last horse is Remember Sherry. As they turn now, heading down the backside to race over toward that 1/4 mile mark. Emmanuel Miller has the lead with Heart of the Beach. Dropping in there 2nd, Sam Widger with Gold Crush. Racing 3rd is Leonia L, driven by Hank Levan. And their 4th is B Legendary, driven by Clifton Bell. Racing 5th is Big Loose, driven by Pierce Henry. And the last horse, Remember Sherry, driven by Mark St. Louis Jr. What was it, Larry?
31-3.
First quarter paced in 31 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's still Heart of the Beach with the lead. Right there in the golden chair, 2nd is Sam Widger with Gold Crush. Edging up on the outside 3rd now comes Leonia L. At the rail 4th is B Legendary. Coming down to the half-mile mark. With the lead is Heart of the Beach, but pouring on the pressure on the outside now. That is Leonia L. At the rail 3rd is Gold Crush. On the outside 4th, Big Loose.
104-3.
First half paced in 104 3/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Heart of the Beach with the lead. Leonia L on the outside 2nd. At the rail 3rd, looking for racing room is Gold Crush. On the outside 4th is Big Loose. Remember Sherry. The pace picks up a wee bit going toward that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Heart of the Beach with the lead with Leonia L on the outside 2nd. At the rail 3rd, Gold Crush.
35-2.
3/4 in 135 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, Leonia L sticks her nose out in front, dropping back 2nd at the rail is Heart of the Beach. Right there 3rd and moving up is Gold Crush. Moving up 4th is Big Loose, and 3 wide now come from far back comes Remember Sherry. As they race toward home, that's Leonia L, Gold Crush, and Heart of the Beach. Leonia L and Heart of the Beach. Leonia L and Heart of the Beach. It's going to be Leonia L, and here they all come. Heart of the Beach up for place, Gold Crush for show.
205-4.
a mile in 2:05 4/5.
2:05 and 4. Leone L. Hank Levan came first up right before the half and got up for the win. Jay.
Wasn't easy. He was hung out there. He was hung out there for at least 5/8 of the mile. And wore him down coming down the stretch and was able to pull away from Heart of the Beach.
2-year-old bay fella by Monte Mickey out of some beach somewhere mare. Beach Story, a $10,000 Ohio Select purchase, bred by Midland Acres, owned by the Levan Stables, Dharma Fall Racing, A. Hefflinger, and Megan Levan.
2 straight in the Buckeye State. No one has that trademark.
No,
right?
they don't have that. You can't say in Ohio in the Buckeye State. That's okay. You got a good one there. Can I start to use that?
Sure, absolutely. Okay. I think I borrowed it from somebody else. So
okay.
Everyone's working out of the infield here at Bellefontaine, and the Levans have a little compound set up the way they have their trucks positioned, and they brought some of their own gates. They're able to have a little corral of their own. And this water truck will get the entire track in one swoop.
So our leading driver at the fairs picks up a win here tonight, Hank Levan.
He's also leading in the trainings.
Yes, he is. About all of his wins naturally coming as a driver and a trainer. He might have a catch drive 1 win. He might have got that at Marion. Be a lifetime mark, 2:05 and 4 for Leonia L.
We probably won't see Hank tomorrow, though, because I believe the Buckeye Stallion Series is at Scioto tomorrow night.
No, he is here, and he's got drivers listed. He has 2 or 3 in tomorrow.
I figured he'd go at least warm them up. So.
Yeah.
Back in front of the stands, the winner for race number 1. We'll send it over to Bill Peters for the reintroduction.
And Leonia L. Here are the official placings for race. Number 3. In the upcoming race 2, number 1.
Race 2 is the first division of the 2-year-old filly trot, a field of 6, and we'll talk about all 6 after these messages from our great sponsors.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292.
Earlier yet.
They have more races, so
They
they
more
moved
races,
the
yes.
post time up. So
Hi, like you said, I'm Wyatt Gordon. I'm the 2026 Logan County Fair King. Thank you all for coming out to our fair tonight to watch this harness racing event, and I hope you enjoy all the other festivities and shows and events that we have going on here at the fair tonight, and thank you.
And I'm the Queen, Courtney Allstetter. Just thank you for coming out, and I hope you can enjoy some of our fair food and maybe make it over to the pig show after this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
a word from our king and queen.
Big hand for our royalty here at the Logan County Fair.
For someone who's been as married as long as we have, the king should have let the queen go first.
Yeah, you would think. You would think so. You would think so.
We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's race, especially OSU Vet Clinic, who you heard their ad after race number 1. We want to thank all of our sponsors. It takes a lot of support and to put these on, and we want to thank them for all of their support. So we like to have fun here, Doug. What do you know about Bellefontaine?
What do I know about Bellefontaine? It is the highest level in Ohio. Am I right on
The
that?
sea level.
Sea level.
Yep, it's one of the highest points.
Trying to think who. There was a good horse came out of here, and you might. It's on the tip of my tongue. Guy by the name of Bob Taylor had him. You remember that horse? We're going back a long way. Bob Taylor was a pretty good driver from here.
But now you're going to make me think about it.
This horse was pretty good 3-year-old. He wasn't no jug horse or anything like that, but I'm talking back probably in the 80s. Another gentleman that raced here, and there's a race probably in his, Herb Levan.
Yep.
Trained here.
Yep.
Hank's grandfather. Jim Ellis, Irish Tea. Can you remember that?
I remember that one, yes. Here, I thought you were going to say Bellefontaine's the home of the oldest concrete street.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Right next to the courthouse, there's actually the first concrete street in the United States.
Okay.
It was put in 1891.
1891.
Roger was probably the foreperson, wasn't he? Or we're glad to have Bellefontaine back on our schedule because if you remember during COVID, they moved the races to Urbana.
Urbana one year,
Yep.
and then after that, then they quit racing for 4 or 5 years.
For 3 years. And they
This
came
is
back.
probably their 3rd year back, I would
Yep,
guess.
2024. They came back and became a member of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference. So it's nice to be back in Bellefontaine, Ohio.
Yes.
So.
I noticed you're associated with Delaware County Fair and Little Brown Jug. When the OHHA showed the qualifiers there, somebody was taking pictures. They're redoing something in the grandstand, correct?
Yeah,
at the bottom level?
Yeah, we're taking out most of the VIP boxes that were out in front.
Okay.
So the VIP boxes are coming out. We're trying to get more flow. So if you've been in the grandstand on Jug Day, you know there's one way in and one way out, and that's through that little 5-foot wide tunnel
Correct.
that goes to the winner's circle. Now it's going to be 50 feet wide, and you can walk in and out as you please.
Oh,
It's going to open the free flow.
So where will the box seats go?
We're going to move them. We're going to move people around. If you had most of the VIP boxes were for sponsors, so they weren't they weren't purchased by anyone. They were given to sponsors and that kind of stuff. So we'll
now,
find other
the
spaces.
VIP boxes now. Is that the platform chairs? What you're talking?
The platform chairs. Some of the platform chairs will remain. I was told no one's going to be out of a seat.
Okay.
They're just going to be relocated, if anything. So they're also putting in handicap accessible ramps on both the east and west ends. So for our patrons who may need that assistance, we're going to be able to get you into the fairgrounds much easier, or into the grandstand much easier. So that's
so how
good.
far along? What?
Well, They had everything torn down. Now we're putting back together,
Okay.
so it's a little slower putting together. You can tear things down a lot faster than you can put things back up. But one of the things we were told, though, is that we're going to have to put the rail. So if your box was in the first row, the 100 rows, we're going to have to put a railing up about 18 inches because it was not building compliant. I guess when you build things in the 1930s, they didn't think too much about that stuff. But
Of Clarkston, Michigan, trained and driven by Road Weaver. Number 2 is KFC, owned by Jason and Laura Miller, Wabash, Indiana, trained and driven by Jason Miller. Number 3 is Busted Acres, owned by Jason White, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 5. Schnitzler of Upper Sandusky, Ohio, trained by Curtis Massey. The driver is Clifton Bell. And number 6 is Peter Spuddy, owned by Rick Hessel Oakwood, trained by Chad Williamson. The driver Pierce Henry.
Well, there you had the post parade. A field of 6 2-year-old filly trotters. Number 1, Ma Hare, Rosie Weaver, trains and drives the 2-year-old brown filly by Ready for Money out of Break the Bank K Mare. Muse's Break, Lance Bayless of Michigan owns. Second start has 1 third-place finish. That at Marion, trotting in 13-1.
number 2 is KFC. Jason Miller trains, drives, and co-owns this one with Laura Miller from Wabash, Indiana. This is on top of the hill filly. Was a $5,000 purchase, bred by Philip Ray McGuire of Ohio, making its first charted start.
Number 3, Busted Acres, Chris Beaver will drive. He trains. Owns a partnership with Steve Z. Handler. 2-year-old Babe Philibus Centurium. Second career start. Last time out, finished 6th, trotted in 2:03-4 in a qualifier at Scioto Downs.
Emmanuel Miller will drive the 4 to OB Hot Flash. Justin White trains this one for Kathy and Dennis Petty of Anderson, Indiana. This is a Volstead filly out of the creatine mare 2 OB Sassafrasy. This is 0 for 2 on the season. Best finish was 4th, first time out at Paulding, timed in 2:12-4.
Number 5, Baby Got Tracked. Kurt Massey trains. Jeannie Massey of Sycamore owns, along with Chelsea Schnitzweller of Upper Sandusky. Second career start. Last time out showed several breaks at Marion.
Rounding out the field of 6 is the 6, starting from the second tier, Pete's Buddy. Pierce Henry will drive this one from Chad Williamson. Claude Estelle of Oakwood, Ohio, owns this Uncle Peter filly. Has 1 win in 3 starts. That win was second time out at Ottawa back on June 24th. Won by a length in 2:11-4.
Busted Acres, 2 OB Hot track. Also said that when you have the horses meetings, that's there they come. They're off and trotting. The first horse away in the middle of the track is 2 OB Hot Flash. Moving up second is Pete's Buddy. Racing in their third along the rail is KFC. Moving up fourth is Busted Acres. Fifth is Baby Got Track, and the last horse is Ma Hare. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Emmanuel Miller is out there on the front end with 2 OB Hot Flash. 2.5 lengths back second is Pete's Buddy, driven by Pierce Henry. Racing third is KFC, driven by Jason Miller. Fourth is Baby Got Track, driven by Clifton Bell. Racing in their fifth down the backside, but now offside goes Ma Hare, driven by Rosie Weaver. Now moving up fifth is Busted Acres, driven by Chris Beaver. First quarter, 233 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's still 2 OB Hot Flash by 1 length. Racing in there a close second is Pete's Buddy. Moving along third is KFC. Fourth and moving up on the outside now comes Baby Got Track. Farther back fifth is Busted Acres, and the last horse is Maher. Front four pretty well bunched as they come to the half-mile mark. That's Emmanuel Miller and 2 OB Hot Flash bringing the horses to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Pierce Henry with Pete's Buddy. Racing third.
7 and 1.
Racing in there third is KFC. Fourth is Baby Got Track. Half trotted in 107 and 1/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch 2 OB Hot Flash. The closest horse second is Pete's Buddy. Moving up on the outside third now is Baby Got Track. Racing at the rail fourth is KFC. Fifth is Busted Acres, and farther back sixth is Maher. Going to that 3/4 mile mark. That's still 2 OB Hot Flash by 1 length, but Pete's Buddy is now a little bit closer second.
139 and 1.
3/4 in 139 and 1/5. As they race around the upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's 2 OB Hot Flash by 1.5 lengths. Pete's Buddy racing second with Baby Got Tracked right there third. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. 2 OB Hot Flash, Pete's Buddy, and Baby Got Tracked. As they race through the lane, that's still 2 OB Hot Flash, Pete's Buddy closing fast on the outside. 2 OB Hot Flash and Pete's Buddy. It's going to be 2 OB Hot Flash. Looks like Baby Got Tracked got up for place with Pete's Buddy for show.
211 and
1.
1.
A mile in 2:11 and 1/5.
2:11 and 1 for your winner, 2 OB Hot Flash.
To your Bay Phillip by Volstead. Justin White, Emmanuel Miller dries.
Doesn't show a flat mile in any of the previous starts, but looked like she knew what she was doing tonight. Never looked like there was a anxious moment at all for her.
Oh, but Kathy and Dennis Petty of Anderson, Indiana. 33, 107 and 1, 139 and 1. Home in 2:11 and 1.
Last quarter in 32 seconds. The breeder Shara Weaver in Madeline.
Inquiry in this race.
Judge's inquiry. I don't know if it be on some breakers or what it might be.
It was a bad start for the odd horses. 1, 3, and 5 both ran. All three ran at the start. Clifton Bells, though, the Baby Got Track, came back to get up for unofficial second. So, you know, there's a song called Baby Got Back, so that's where they. So now it's Baby Got Track. So, as the announcer, you can sing that if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't sing a lick.
Can't carry a tune in a bucket.
The winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Anderson, Indiana, comes number 4, 2 OB. Owned by Kathy and Dennis Petty, trained by Justin White, and driven to Victor this evening by Emmanuel Miller. That's
4, 5, 3, or 4, 5, 6, but we do have a judge's inquiry. We haven't heard anything more but that.
David Statz is our presiding judge tonight. Bill Peters, our announcer. Bill in his 67th year of calling races.
How many has he announced?
from the top. Number 2, KFC was 4th. Number 3, Busted Acres was 5th. 4, 2, OB Hot Flash was a winner. Number 5, Baby Got Track was 2nd. Number 6, Pete's Buddy was 3rd. This quarter was 33 3/5. The half was in 107 1/5. The 3/4 in 139 1/5. With a mile in 2:11 1/5. From the top, it should read 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. A mile in 2:11 1/5.
Well, to the third race, we're going to showcase the first division of the 3-year-old filly pacers, a total purse of $14,361. this first division for $4,787. If you're following it home on a program tonight that you printed off, we do have a few changes. Number 4, Twin B Malibu, will be driven by Cam McCowan. Cam McCowan will drive number 4, Twin B Malibu. And number 7, Ray's Parlay Girl, make the driver Clifton Bell. We'll be back to take a look at the 7 3-year-old fillies right after this.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to Logan County Fair here in Bellefontaine, Ohio. We understand this judges stand is in the middle of the infield, so we're probably as far away as we are from any other announcers.
Yes, and the thing is, it's wireless.
Yeah.
So Bill has a headset on that he's picking up a frequency, and I think we probably have a receiver on him. And when Bill turns a certain way behind that metal judges stand, a lot of that cuts out.
So what we'll do is we'll give you a rundown for each race after we come back from commercial. So if you have a program at home, race number 2, the 2-year-old filly trot, number 1, Maher, was 6th. Number 2, KFC, was 4th. Number 3, Busted Acres, was 5th. Number 4, 2, OB Hot Flash was your race winner in 2:11-1. Number 5, Baby Got Track, was 2nd, and Pete's Buddy 3rd. So top down on your program, 6:45-123. Time of that mile, 2:11-1. First career win for the Volstead filly, 2 OB Hot Flash.
Checking the United States Trotting Association web page. Today is see what's going on at Wilmington, what some of our leading drivers are doing there. I'm sure Jeff Nysonger is there.
Ready for your horses for race 3. Race 3, bring them on out. Checks for the first 2 races are ready here in the judges' stand.
It's pretty impressive. They have the checks ready, and the horses are literally still on the track.
Got a message here from Frank Frost. Says technical problems have been corrected. The programs are up now. Okay.
Yep.
So we're rolling right along here, Jay.
Yeah.
We're going to get 4 in this first hour. If you can do 4 an hour, it's pretty good at a county fair.
Absolutely.
We do have lights. How well they would work, I don't know.
I don't think we'll need them. Because
I don't think so either.
It doesn't get dark till 9:30 at least.
9:30.
Unless we have lot of inquiries or a ton of drag.
Yeah.
We know about that in Ohio, don't we?
We know. No, I don't think you're going to have any drag here going against it, unless it's going against Wilmington. Give them a turn.
Yeah.
Give them a turn. Wilmington's getting ready to go to the gate. It could be.
We've been known at Delaware to say, hey, Brett Miller, we think you have a flat tire, and he'll go back to the paddock and get it checked out if we need a few minutes for drag.
Is that what you do? Is that what that is that how they work that? Okay. Any other, talking about Delaware, any other big changes race-wise?
No, we actually keeping the same race schedule as last year. So
The ladies go on a Sunday, is that correct?
the ladies driving series. We have the lady pace and the ladies driving series, so I have to always stop and pause and make sure I enunciate, because the lady pace for the female honoree this year will be on Thursday, as it always is. But the ladies driving series.
And is that information out yet? Who got that award? Or?
We have press releases written. We just have to make sure the timing is correct.
Okay. And you give what awards? You give the ladies' pace, Little Brown Jug honoree.
Yeah, we have the Wall of Fame honoree. The individual who was selected has been aware. The press release is in his hands, getting reviewed. We have the Neville Award winner. That actually is going to be Chip Hastings. We're going to honor Chip Hastings for his years of service to Delaware in the USTA.
Yes.
Then we have the Lady Pace, honoring a female who's been influential in the sport of harness racing. And then we have the Tom White Media Award. This year's, I can guess announce it for the first time, Chris Tully is going to be our media award winner. Chris runs the social media pages for the Little Brown Jug for a number of years. And if there's ever a big race and you're at it, Chris Tully's there too. And the amazing thing is a lot of it he pays with his own dime. So
is the Tom White Media Award, is that something new?
No, Tom White Media Award. Actually, this is about
the Tom White.
Tom White.
I thought you said Tom Wright.
No.
Tom White. Tom White. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Tom White was the
yes.
publicity director at Delaware.
You were very close to Tom.
Yep, absolutely. And I came to Tom about 7 years ago and asked him if we could do this award. And I said, if there's an opportunity, we can still talk about Tom White every year when we present the award. So it's always a great night. All the honorees will be honored Tuesday night in a private event in the log cabin, and then in Winter Circle festivities on Jug Day. So. Tell you what, there is a nice crowd. I don't think Stephen can get it, but there's a nice tree over here in the top of the first turn and in the middle of the stretch. And I tell you what, there's not a square inch underneath the shade in these trees. Maybe we should plant a tree for tomorrow and we'll sit underneath this tree. So.
3-year-old filly pace. The one is Kathy's Crown, owned by Jerry. Trained by Steve Ron Steck of Marengo, Ohio. Anvil and Lace Farm, Paris, Kentucky. Taggart Farms of Columbus, Ohio. S. Jeffers of Ron Steck, the driver Ranger Steck. Number 3 is City of Fear, owned by Rick Castle of Oakwood, trained by Chad Williamson, the driver Pierce Henry. Number 4 is Twin Bee Malibu, owned by Miller Racing Stable, Greenville, Ohio, Roger Miller of Archbold, Ohio, Jeff Banky of Fremont, Indiana, and Bill Rivenall of Archbold, Ohio, trained by Ryan Miller, the driver Cameron McCown. Number 5, Louisville, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 6 is She's So Fast, Florida, trained.
Well, there you had the post parade, 3-year-old fillies, a field of 7, 5 on gate, 2 trailers. Off the rail, the one Kathy's Clown, Mark St. Louis Jr. for Steve Novak, 3-year-old bay filly, but Dancing Yankee. 8 starts this year. Jay has a win, a second, and a third. 3 career wins, 28,000 lifetime a mark at Sauter Downs of 154 back on the 3rd of June.
Number 2, Cruising to the Pier, driven by Ranger Steck for his dad, trainer Ron Steck. Anvil and Lace Farm, Taggart Farms and Jeffries of Delaware in Columbus and Kentucky. This one has 3 wins in 9 seasonal starts, was 7th last time out, beaten 5 lengths in the Sire Stakes back on Independence Day. Last quarter, 26-4, individually timed in 153.
Pierce Henry, the 3, City of Fear, Chad Williamson trains. Claude Richard Estill of Oakwood, Ohio owns the 3-year-old Brown Fillies by Fear the Dragon. She an $11,000 purchase out of the Bettor's Delight mare, City Delight. 3 starts on the year, has 1 third, 4 career wins, 27,000. Took a mark last year as a 2-year-old at Northfield of 157-1.
Number 4 is Twin Bee Malibu. Cam McCown will now drive this Ryan Miller trainee for Miller Racing. R. Miller, Jay Banky, and William Rufinall, all of the Buckeye State. This one is coming off a win at Sauter Downs last time out on June 30th. A gate-to-wire effort from post 8, timed in 53 flat. 1 win, 4 seconds in 10 seasonal starts.
Herman Hagerman, one of our leading trainers so far on the fair season this year. Trains number 5, Prolific Shark, the 3-year-old bay filly by Down by the Seaside out of the 4-star Shark mare. Shark Lightning, a $92,000 Ohio Select purchase. Emmanuel Miller would drive, 8 starts this year, 1 second, 1 third, right at $10,000 lifetime.
Number 6, She's So Fast. Hank Levan trains in reins this one for Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando Fire. It's a 3-year-old filly out of Me So Fast. 1 win in 7 starts. That win was at Cider Downs back on May 13th.
Rounding out the field, number 7, Race Parlay Girl, Clifton Bell for Bill Webb. 3-year-old bay filly by Cheyenne Ray, 8 starts this year, has a 2nd and 6th third place finishes, $10,000. Let's go to Bill Peters for the call.
Here they come. They're off and pacing the first horse away at the rail is Kathy's Clown. In their second is Cruising to the Pier. On the outside third is Twin Bee Malibu. Between horses fourth is City of Fear. At the rail fifth, that's Ray's Parlay Girl. In their sixth is Prolific Shark. And the last horse is So Fast. As they make the turn out, heading down the backside to race over to that quarter-mile mark, Mark St. Louis has Kathy's Clown on top by 3 lengths. Racing in their second is Cruising. Right there fourth is City of Fear, driven by Pierce Henry.
30.
First quarter paced in 30 Selvo. At the rail third, Cruising to the Pier. On the outside fourth, Prolific Shark. At the rail fifth is City of Fear.
1 minute, 3/5.
First half paced in 1 minute and 3/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got a Clown slipping through at the rail second now is Cruising to the Pier. On the outside third is Twin Bee Malibu. Fourth is Prolific Shark. At the rail fifth is City of Fear. On the outside sixth is Ray's Parlay Girl, the last horse, She's So Fast. Going to that 3/4 mile mark, that's still Kathy's Clown and Cruising to the Pier.
30 and 2.
3/4 and 130 and 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Kathy's Clown still holding on, but here comes Cruising to the Pier up on the outside. It's Kathy's Clown and Cruising to the Pier with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Racing in their third, that is Twin Bee Malibu. As they race toward home, that's Kathy's Clown and Cruising to the Pier. Kathy's Clown at the rail, Cruising to the Pier on the outside. Kathy's Clown and Cruising to the Pier right together at the finish. Kathy's Clown and Cruising to the Pier. Photo for win. Twin Bee Malibu up for show.
59 and 3.
1 mile and 159 and 3/5.
1:59 and 3 for Kathy's Clown.
30 seconds, 1 minute 3/5, 1:30 and 2/5. She had all she wanted to do to fend off the 2 Cruising to the Pier, but she did all the work. Mark St. Louis Jr. and cut the fractions, gate to wire. Gets her 2nd win of the season. 1:59 and 3. A very nice mile Jay Wolf over this Logan County Fair track.
Picks up her 2nd win in 9 seasonal starts. Has a win back at Cider Downs on June 3rd, 54 flat. But like you said, a good mile here today.
Bring Kathy's Clown back to the winner's circle.
Okay, you can do it now. We can ask that as well.
Have any of those?
Hey kid.
Midland Acres.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Bolstead, Sire Farm.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Midland Acres.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technology.
For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person.
One, two, and 3/5.
Joined now. We are joined now by the, can you hear me there on your headset?
I can't hear it through the headset.
Stephen, are we on? We are joined now by the 2026 King and Queen. You want to introduce yourself for the Logan County Fair?
Yes, hi, I'm Courtney Allstetter. I am the 2026 Logan County Fair Queen. Beside me here I have Wyatt Gordon. Very blessed to be able to serve this county again, and I was very blessed to be able to serve as Princess last year, and I got to follow it up with being Queen this year.
So what does it pertain being the Queen? What's some of your duties?
Some of my duties pertain, we have a very awesome thing that we do. It's called the Cloverbud Royalty. So we get a new Cloverbud every day. So those are between the ages of 7 and 10, and we get to keep those little girls and take them around with us and show them off everything that we do. We hand out ribbons at shows, and we make appearances at every single event we have at the fair.
Okay. And our King, we can talk to him just a minute?
Yes.
We only got one extra headset. And you are the 2026 Logan County Fair King?
It's making a weird buzzing noise. Am I supposed to be able to hear him talking?
Yeah, I know something's wrong with the headsets. I don't know why.
I can't hear you through it.
Let's see.
Just buzzing.
It can't really hear anything, Michael. But you are the 2026
Yeah.
King. There we go.
I can hear it now.
Had a plug out. Now we're real loud. There we go. Much better. So what are your duties as the King?
My duties as the 2026 Logan County Fair King are to represent our county, represent the hard work and dedication that goes into our community, to be involved with our community directly, and to create a welcoming atmosphere for people all over to come and see what our county has to offer.
Now, will you participate at the state fair? Do you advance to the state fair and participate in anything there?
Yes, past few years and this year as well, I've shown some dairy heifers at the Ohio State Fair.
Okay. I'm sure that's a thrill.
Yeah, it's always very interesting. And just last year, my Jersey heifer won grand champion in the junior show. So
Good.
that was definitely a great experience that I'm very grateful and fortunate to have.
Okay. Now, can you go to other county fairs and show, or is it just your own fair, like locally when you're in 4-H?
When you're in 4-H, you only typically show in the county that your residence is in, unless there can be certain exceptions, such
maybe
as
open shows or something.
Yes, and such as things like the county where you're located may not have a certain project that you're wishing to take up, or your county doesn't have a fair or a 4-H program in of itself, in which case you would need to travel to a neighboring county perhaps. But most of the time, yes, your county of residence is where you're showing in and participating at.
Well, thank you for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of the fair.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to take a look at the fourth race. 3-year-old filly trotters right after this.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion in range set new sales records at the 2025 jug sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
For 100 years, the values of BNSF Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. But as the world changes, so must our business. That's why the time is right to change our name to CoverLink. When tragedy strikes, we protect our clients, we cover. And the connection of our values of doing what is right is the link. Combine the two and you get CoverLink. While our name has changed, nothing else has changed. Great service from great people. CoverLink Insurance.
A nice greasy hamburger.
I smell the fries.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Fries?
And the sign says best French fries.
Best
so I think we
French
should
fries.
go test them out, make sure. Boy, I'm sitting by all kind of royalty, the king and the queen, and you're the dean of broadcasters. Here,
No,
right?
no. You mean as announcers in Ohio?
Yeah.
I rank number 3
Well,
with
you
57 years seniority.
But you're
I'm still
one.
number 3. I'll never be number 1.
You're number 1 in our heart, though.
I'll never make it to 67 years calling races. That's incredible. Bill Peters and Roger Houston, that's just incredible. 67 years each. Weather not terribly bad, as bad as I thought it was going to be. We're rolling right along here. We're going to get 4 in this first hour, which is very well. 3-year-old filly trotters. This is your second fair, Jay. What's your next stop? Wapakoneta, Troy?
Wapakoneta next week, right?
No, it's 3 weeks away. Probably.
Oh. Well, I'll just tell you the fairs, and you can tell me what order they're in. I've got Bucyrus, I've got Mansfield, I got Urbana, Wapakoneta, Troy, Richwood, Ottawa, and here. So that's 8.
Are you talking Ottawa next year?
No, yeah, I'm already penciled myself in if they'll have me.
So you're going to Richwood, okay.
Yep.
And Bucyrus, both days at Bucyrus?
Just the second night. The first night I actually have a client event for my employer. So if I want to stay employed, I should probably do that. But unfortunately, I'll miss the good night, too.
Yeah, you will.
Not super night, but it's
the Buckeye Stallion night.
I'll miss that night, yes.
Did you say Champaign County? Are you at Champaign County?
I'm at Logan or Urbana all 3 days.
All 3 nights.
Yep.
Big night of racing.
Yep. The first night, their Chamber of Commerce night, when everyone gets with TV but us.
Yeah.
Everyone walks away with something but you and I. And usually it rains like the dickens one of those 3 nights. We've had to bail out I was telling Stephen before the races, I always park outside the fairgrounds and walk in.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that.
One year I was knee deep in mud on the walk into my car in the middle of the infield.
Yep, I've been there, done that.
I asked Mike Wokenberg, I said, do you have a chain in your truck? And he goes, yeah, why? I said, because that's my car. And he goes, the one that's surrounded by all the water? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, we'll get you out. I just stepped on it and kept going. But
never know what's going to
fair time
fair
is
is
fun
time. It is.
Right?
Fair time is fun time.
We want to thank everyone, our fair committee here. Corey Goodwin is our speed superintendent. You mentioned Dave Statz is our judge. Bill Peters is not only the clerk, he is also our announcer. Lynn Scott, photo finish. And Mike Wokenberg is our starter. Mike's been a big sponsor of the Passport program.
Yep, Mike and Becky, a big thank you to Mike and Becky for that.
So we'll send it up to Bill Peters with the post parade here for race 4.
Marseille, all by Seth Stutzman. Trained by Roy Justice. Number 3 is Little Queenie, all by Trish Soulsby of Powell, Ohio, and Richard Shaw of Delray Beach, Florida. Trained by Jessica McCall, the driver Cameron McCall. Number 4 is Supreme Dance, all by Rosie Weaver of Beach City and Scott Davis of Bell Valley, Ohio. Trained by Rosie Weaver and the driver Sam Widger. Number 5 is Tango L, all by Luann Staples
That is your field of 5 for the 3-year-old colt or filly trot. Rose Run Bobby is your one. Rod Albums will drive this one for Jamie Weller for JR Racing of Rising Sun, Ohio. This is a 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of the Lucky Chucky mare Lindy's on the rocks. Looking for the first time on the board in 11 starts. Last time out was at Marion. Broke at the start, was distanced.
And number 2 is Ready, Set, Marseille. Roy Justice trains and drives 3-year-old brown filly by Marseille. $5,000 Buckeye Classic purchase, first career start.
Number 3 is Little Queenie. Jessa McCown will train with driver Cameron McCown. Trish Soulsby and Richard Salt are the breeders and owners. This is a What the Hill filly. This is out of ATC Queenie, which is a multiple-time Ohio Breeders' champion of the age trot division. So some good bloodline there. Is looking for her first win in 6 seasonal starts. Was third, 2 and 3 starts back at Marion in Circleville.
Sam Widger will drive number 4, Supreme Dance for Rosie Weaver. Rosie owns a partnership with Scott Davis of Bell Valley, Ohio. This is a 3-year-old bay filly by Full Count out of the Leica Prayer Mare Supreme Day. 14 wins in 29 career starts, 3 of them this year. 107,000 lifetime, 156 at Scioto Downs earlier this season.
Rounding out the field is the 5, Tango L. Hank Levan will train and drive this one for Levan Stables. Rosemary Levan, Megan Levan, and Robert Werner, all of Ohio. This one is still actually has 8 career wins and is still eligible for the non-winners of 1 at Scioto Downs. All the wins came at county fairs. Has just short of $40,000 lifetime for this ready for money filly.
So we can look across the backside if we get that sun out of our eyes. Mike Wepkenberg has called him To the Gate, Rose Run Bobby. Ready, Set, Marseille, Little Queenie, Supreme Dance, and Tango L. Field of 5, gates rolling. It is post time.
There at the post, starting gate is rolling now.
To the Gate, Rose Run Bobby. Ready, Set, Marseille, Little Queenie, Supreme Dance, and Tango L. Field of 5, gates rolling.
They come. They're up and trotting. The first horse away in the middle of the track is Supreme Dance. At the real second is Little Queenie. Moving up third now is Tango L. Racing in there fourth is Rose Run Bobby, and the last horse is Ready, Set, Marseille. As they make the turn, they head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Sam Widger has Supreme Dance on top by 1.5 lengths. Trotting in there second is Little Queenie, driven by Cameron McCown. Third is Tango L, driven by Hank Levan. Fourth is Rose Run Bobby, driven by Rod Adams Jr. The last horse, Ready, Set, Marseille, driven by Roy J. First quarter trotted in 31 and 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. Still out there on the front end is Supreme Dance. 2 lengths back second is Little Queenie. Racing in there a little closer third now is Tango L. Closing in fourth is Rose Run Bobby. And farther back fifth is Ready, Set, Marseille. Front 4 bunching up now as they come down to the half-mile mark. That's Sam Widger and Supreme Dance bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Cameron McCown with Little Queenie. Third is Tango L, followed by Rose Run Bobby fourth. First half trotted in 103 and 4/5 as they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Supreme Dance. 2 lengths back second is Little Queenie. Third is Tango L. Fourth is Rose Run Bobby. And then comes Ready, Set, Marseille. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark now, Rose Run Bobby goes off stride. Front 3 still well bunched. That's Supreme Dance with the lead. Charging up on the outside second now is Tango L. And at the rail third is Little Queenie.
34 and 4.
3/4 trotted in 134 and 4/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Supreme Dance at the rail and Tango Well on the outside. They're only heads apart with only 2 miles to go. Closing in third is Little Queenie as they race toward home. That's Supreme Dance at the rail and Tango Well on the outside. Supreme Dance and Tango Well. Supreme Dance and Tango Well as they race through the lane. Supreme Dance and Tango Well. It's Supreme Dance. Tango Well up for place, Little Queenie for show.
2, 3, and 4.
A mile and 2:03 and 4/5.
Supreme Dance, Rosie Weaver, Sam Widger team up. 4th win of the season for the 3-year-old Bay filly by full count, 2:03 and 4.
Gate to wire effort for Supreme Dance. Has some impressive wins already on this season. Won the Dick Brandt final at Scioto Downs, which was a late closing series. But I guess it's not closing. You can just enter into the series nowadays. Also won a leg of the Buckeye Stallion series back on June 22nd. So right there's $25,000.
Second, the 5, Tango Well. Third to 3, Little Queenie.
Rose Run Bobby made a couple of breaks, but did finish 4th unofficially, and Ready Set Marseille will round out your field of 5.
Fractional times 31 and 1, 103 and 4, 134 and 4. Up next, if you just join us, will be the 2-year-old filly Pacers. Here come the dogs. I was just wondering, I saw the horse Supreme Dance coming to the winner's circle, but here come the 2 German Shepherds from the Rosie Weaver stable. I don't know if they've been around yet this year, at least to the fairs.
Bolt and Smoke, is that correct?
I think you're right.
How come I remember that, but ask me what I had for dinner 2 nights ago. I can't remember that. So earlier this year, Sam Widger picked up career win 8,000, so he's on his way now to 9,000.
Ohio comes number 4, Supreme Dance, owned by Rosie Weaver and Scott Davis, trained by Rosie Weaver, and going to victory this evening by Sam Widger. That's a big hand here for Rosie Weaver, Sam Widger, and Supreme Dance, the winner of race 4. From the top, 1 Rose Run Bobby was 4th. Number 2, Ready Set Marseille was 5th. Number 3, Little Queenie was 3rd. Number 4, Supreme Dance was the winner. Number 5, Tango Well was 2nd. Time of the first quarter was 31 seconds. The half was in 1:03 and 4/5. The 3/4 in 1:34 and 4/5. With a mile and 2:03 and 4/5. The top is in read 4, 5, 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. The mile and 2:03 and 4/5. And the upcoming race 5, number 4, Monte Claire. The driver will be David Justice. David Justice driving number 4, Monte Claire. And number 6, ATI Barley Silver. The driver will be Emmanuel Miller. Emmanuel Miller driving number 6, ATI Barley Silver.
We turn the program to race number 5, the 2nd division of the 2-year-old filly Pace, a field of 6. We'll talk about all 6 when we come back after the.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back. Sponsored by Webkenberg Starting Gates, the Passport takes you across Ohio's county fair circuit and now includes marquee events like Ohio Super Night. It's free and open to fans of all ages. Get your passport from the OHHA broadcast team and collect your stamps. Earn prizes all season long with more ways to win. Compete for the grand prize. Experience Ohio through harness racing.
We are back at Bellefontaine, the Logan County Fair. Michael J. and Doug with you tonight. Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. 2-year-old Philly Pacer set to come to the track.
Or Steven.
Well, I tell you.
We're gonna find you $10 for every time you call Michael tonight. You might not get paid.
Where am I coming up with Michael? Michael Langer's all I know, but
picking on poor. He was here before we were. He was the one sitting up here in this hot box that we call bleachers here. But I love busting your chops.
And I thought it was going to be a good day since I found my car early this morning at Walmart.
He didn't tell anyone he was there yesterday. He went home. He just walked home and he couldn't find it.
I didn't tell you.
So we also have some more Bellefontaine trivia.
You going to test me here?
Yes. Have you ever heard of the Mills brothers?
No.
They grew up and attended school here in Bellefontaine. They were John, Herbert, Harry, and Donald Mills. They were a vocal group who had such popular hits as Tiger Rag, Paper Doll, and You Always Hurt the One You Love. Not so much on the Mills brothers, huh?
No.
Okay.
Anything else interesting? No.
Well, of course, it all comes back to Delaware, much like Frank Frost, and it all comes back to the jug. A.E. Dutch Knowlton grew up here in Bellefontaine. Who's Dutch Knowlton, you say? He was co-owner of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincinnati Reds in the 1970s.
I'll be darned.
But he had a farm in Delaware County called Emerald Farms, and he was a member of the Little Brown Jug Society for a long
Emerald
number of
Farms. Is that where Emerald Highland got that name?
Nope.
Somewhat?
Nope. It's if you're on 315 in southern Delaware County, you'll know that there's a place called the Mansion. It's the biggest house I've ever seen. That is on what they call Emerald Farms back in the 70s and 80s. So, but Dutch Knowlton, he was an architect. So, if you're at Otterbein, there's the Dutch Knowlton Equine Center, and if you're an architect student at Ohio State, it's the Dutch Knowlton Architectural School. And so he actually made Mary Rutan. He did Mary Rutan Hospital here. That's why his family moved here, because they were the architects and construction of the hospital.
Talking about 315 and Powell.
Yep.
In my mind now.
Yeah.
He has a Delaware address, Ryan Day. Is that true?
Oh, yes. But he's out in the middle of nowhere.
He's out.
Yeah.
So he would be 10 miles out of Delaware?
No, probably, yeah. But
do you have coffee with him in the mornings?
I'm a Notre Dame
fan.
that's
right.
Notre
Dame. Notre Dame fan.
No. We have Jason Day. We have John Kasich in Delaware County. Let's see, who else do we have in Delaware County? We got a lot of famous people in Delaware County. So it's where everyone, not like Salina or.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Salina?
Yep.
Your whole life?
Yes.
So from where you live now, from where you grew up, I'm 8 doors down from where I grew up. I said I haven't moved very far.
I'm probably 4 or 5 blocks.
I'm 8 doors down. I can still see my mom, so I don't have to travel too far. Michael? Where are you from?
I'm from just south of Grove City, Commercial Point.
There you go.
Yeah, I know right where you're at. I actually went real close to that the other day. I was coming home from Circleville Fair, and 23 was all backed up with an accident. So I hurried up, and I call
Barry?
Brad Conrad.
Oh, well, yeah, he's a
And he tells me the back way in. He said, you just make a U-turn and turn right here by the Dairy Queen and go in 104.
So
I saw a sign, Commercial Point, to the left.
So did you go to Hamilton Township?
No, I went to Taze Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Vikings.
Yep.
See? Purple and gold.
Blue and gold.
Blue and gold, I'm sorry.
Close.
On it.
Purple and gold is the NFL team.
I'm sorry. Yeah. The guys at work always make fun of me because I know the most useless knowledge when it comes to college teams and the nicknames. You know, the Anteaters and the, all those crazy college team names. Ohio's got some good ones, though. The Barberton Magic. The basketball team used to come out in tuxedos, coats.
Really?
That was their warm-up, was a tuxedo coat with tails. Then don't we have the Zeppelins, Shenandoah Zeppelins, from over in eastern part of the state. A Zeppelin crashed in the town, and so they named the high school team the Zeppelins. Doesn't say much for your team if they name something that crashes after you. Isn't it Unioto the Tanks, or the Shermans, or the Tanks? They're a Tanks, I think, so. All kind of good nicknames.
You'll get to at least one Notre Dame football game?
Oh, yes. I have my tickets for the Miami-Notre Dame game in November.
Okay.
So nothing like Miami, Florida players coming up here in South Bend, Indiana in November. They're going to be bundled up like it's 32 below zero, and it may be 32 below zero. You never know. I've been to at least one game every year for 36 years.
Really?
Yes. COVID, I was all worried, but I actually got to go to a game during COVID. We had to go to Charlotte, North Carolina to do it, but we got it done. So. That is your field of 6. We'll go through them and give a little bit more in-depth information. Number 1 is Catch the Moment. Sam Widger will look to go back-to-back with trainer Rosie Weaver. This one's owned by Heartland Acres and Rosie Weaver. This is a Catch the Fire filly. Was purchased for $12,000 at the Buckeye Classic sale. Has 1 win and 1 third-place finish in 2 seasonal starts. That win was first time out at Paulding, gate to wire in 2:06.1.
Number 2, Bit of L. Hank Levan looking to double it up tonight. Hank also trains. This is 2-year-old bay filly by Bit of a Legend. 2 for 2 this year, coming off a win of 203-4 at Ottawa.
Number 3 is Gas Station Granny. Ron Steck trains. Ranger Steck will drive. Ron Steck's one of the co-owners with Bootville Stables of Avon, Indiana. This is a Sumu Kulade filly, purchased for $4,000 at the Ohio Select Sales. First start of the season, has 3 qualifiers. Finished 3rd first time out at Delaware. Finished 3rd in 2 minutes flat.
Number 4, Monte Claire. This is a homebred owned by Mark Ader Jr. of Greenville. 2-year-old brown filly by Monte Mickey out of the Lazarus N mare, Claire the Way. 3 starts this year, has a win. That win was a week ago at Marion in 209-2.
Starting on the outside, number 5, Famous Now. Curtis Harper will drive for co-owner and trainer Mike Sweeney. Co-owns this one with Miller, and Heath, all of Central Ohio. Has 1 third-place finish in 2 starts. That was last time out at Marion. Time 2:10.3.
Number 6, ATI Barley Sober. David Warnstaff of Ashley, Ohio. Owns and trains. Manny Miller drives. Has 1 start and 1 third. That 3rd-place finish at Ottawa a couple weeks ago. The mile in 2:04.4. ATI Barley Sober was clocked in 2:07.1. Field of 6, 5 on gate with 1 trailer. Starter Mike Wepkenberg has called him to the gate.
This too, Bit of L has been quite impressive. We saw him her up at Ottawa, a gate to wire 5-length win.
Come. They're off and pacing the first horse away up the rail is Catch the Moment. On the outside second is Bit of L. On the outside third is Gas Station Granny. At the rail 4th is ATI Barley Sober. Jumping in there 4th is Monte Claire, and the last horse is Famous Now. As they turn now to head down the backside, the race over that quarter mile mark, Hank Levan has Bit of L on top by 2 lengths. Racing second is Catch the Moment, driven by Sam Widger. Racing in there 3rd, that is ATI Barley Sober, driven by Emmanuel Miller. Racing 4th, Monte Claire, driven by David Justice. 5th, it is Gas Station Granny, driven by Ranger Steck. What was it, Art?
30 and 1.
First quarter paced in 30 and 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. That's Bittabel now by 2.5 lengths. Pacing second is Gets the Moment. Third is ATI Barley Sober. Fourth, it is Montclair. Racing in their fifth as they come down to the half-mile mark is Gas Station Granny, and the last horse is Famous Now. Horses are pretty well bunched as they come to the half-mile mark, and now Ranger's Tech is out and on the move with Gas Station Granny. First half paced in 1 minute and 1/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Bittabel. The closest horse second along the rail. Gas Station Granny. Racing at the rail fourth is ATI Barley Sober. Moving up fifth is Montclair, the last horse Famous Now. Going to that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Bittabel with the lead. On the outside second, Gas Station Granny, and along the rail third, Catch the Moment. 3/4 and 1:30 and 3/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's still Bittabel with the lead. Racing in their second is Gas Station Granny. In their third is Catch the Moment. Farther back fourth is ATI Barley Sober. As they race toward home, that's Bittabel and Gas Station Granny. Now moving from the outside comes Catch the Moment, but past the stands, it's going to be Bittabel, and here they all come. Tight there for place between Catch the Moment and Gas Station Granny. 1 mile and 2:02.
2:02, but gate to wire 30 and a fifth, 1 minute and a fifth, 1:30 and 3/5. Bittabel, Hank Levan doubles up, gets his second on the card. This is a 2-year-old Bay Filly J by Bit of a Legend. This is a homebred. Stephen Reese, partial owner with Megan Levan, Darmafall Racing, and the Levan Stables, 3 for 3 this year.
Impressive filly.
Yes.
We had her up at Ottawa, and we saw her go gate to wire there. And I think when the gate's wings folded, I didn't think Sam Widger wanted to give up the lead early, but I think he was forced to, and so he sat in the pocket and really close for second. I'm not going to try to even make that
No,
call.
that was very close. And
we're
actually,
right, we're right on the line.
Tight for the third, fourth, and fifth position, too. Yeah, we are right on the line.
I have Montclair as fourth and Famous Now fifth. So I was willing to make that one. The second and third place is very, very close. The Darmafoals get to go back to the Darmafol winner's circle. They have a nice little banner there on the fence thanking them for their sponsorship.
They do so much for the sport of harness racing, especially at the county fair level.
Yep. Louis Levan's in the winner's circle. Hank's dad.
This is somewhat home for them, Bellefontaine and Urbana. They're 2 home fairs, as you would say.
They train out there. They have a track at home now.
Yes.
So. This one's used to getting her picture taken. 3 for 3 lifetime for Bittabel. Patiently await the photo finish. See who gets the show dough.
Kind of a small filly. She's filled out, though. A wide rear end, you know, which a lot of horsemen would like, I guess, when they look at a yearling.
Coming in from Woodstock, Sylvania, and Northfield comes number 2, Bittabel. All by Levan Stables, Darmafol Racing Enterprises, Richard Fries, and Megan Levan, and trained to victory by Hank Levan. That's what we get here for Joe and Fran Darmafol, Hank and Louis Levan, and Bittabel. There are the official placing for race 5 from the top. Number 1, Catch the Moment, was second. Number 2, Bittabel was the winner. Number 3, Gas Station Granny was third. Number 4, Montclair was fourth. Number 5, Famous Now was fifth. And number 6, ATI Barley Sober was sixth. Time of the first quarter was 30 and 1/5. Half was in a minute and 1/5. The 3/4 in 1:30 and 3/5 with a mile in 2:02. The top it should read 2:13, 4:56. A mile in 2:02.
We'll do the rundown one more time. Number 1, Catch the Moment, was second. Number 2, Bit of L, was your winner, 2:02 flat. Number 3, Gas Station Granny, third. Monte Claire, 4. Famous Now, 5. AT Barley Sober, 6. Top Down, 2:13, 4:56. That makes 5 in the books. We turn the page to race 6. We'll talk about all 5 of these 2-year-old filly trotters when we come back after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Feel the thunder, experience the speed, witness the excitement of Ohio harness racing. Ohio is home to 4 pari-mutuel tracks with exciting action at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley Gaming and Racing, and Dayton Raceway. Plus racing at 66 county and independent fairs statewide. From legendary events like the Little Brown Jug to the Dayton Racing Derby, Battle of Lake Erie, and Next Generation Stakes, Ohio is where champions race. The speed, the tradition, the excitement. Don't just watch it, be a part of it. Race Ohio, it's your best bet.
Welcome back. Day 1 of the 2-day Logan County Fair meet here in Bellefontaine, Ohio. The last commercial, Doug says champions race in Ohio. I tell you what, there's some great racing by Ohio breds outside the state.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
In fact, the William Houghton, you have the Peter Houghton, the Dottie Houghton, and the William Houghton Memorial. Everyone has a memorial in the Houghton family, so you have to get which one straight. But
I'm gonna let you talk to Frank Frost here just for a little bit.
Let's buy the missile, paced in 47 flat, beat Swingtown. So down by the seaside, Ohio breds were 1-2.
Oh yes, and
so Chris Beaver didn't have an Ohio bred, but finished or won a division of the Stanley Dancer. So all pointing towards the Hambletonian with some local flair, hopefully. Frank, how are you, my friend?
I am doing all right. How are you doing?
Good. Got a fair food report?
No, not today.
No, not today.
No, not today.
Not today?
No, today's a try to stay cool day out there.
So you come up to the middle bleachers.
I know. No, I've sat here many a time. Well, since I've been back here.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about some of the programs that the OHHA has some outreach. We have the Backstretch Buddies program.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Those are for our, it's outreach. We're trying to get more young people involved in the sport, and that's a chance for the real young ones to come along. Willie Winnett is our OHHA mascot.
And punishment.
And punishment coming up.
Doug probably doesn't know about this.
Have you checked the standings yet by any chance?
I had a horse finish 5th, so I got some money.
So I have no idea what my stable's doing. So, but no, it's a chance, for young kids to get involved. They get a lot of different things from Willie. Sends out different, packets of stuff. I mean, we just did a coloring contest for colors for a lot of the kids were involved in that and had great response. And then after that, our new program is our youth program. $10 gets you a youth membership to the OHHA, and that's kind of get you to the point where when you turn 17, then you become a.
So what age can you be? Can you be any age to get your youth membership up to 17?
Yeah, I think it's 12 to 17, and then from like 8 to 12 or 8 to 13.
What if you're young at heart?
Well, if you're young at heart, you're always a youth. We can help take care of that for you.
One of the other programs that I don't think gets a lot of mentions, but is probably very, very well received, and that's your employment.
Oh, OhioHorseJobs.com. It's funny is one of the things we kept hearing, especially from trainers, was I can't get enough help. I can't get enough help. And so, we did some research. We got ourselves a website, OhioHorseJobs.com, and any standardbred job out there that we find out about, we're going to post. Right now, we've got 2 for Northfield, 1 for a part-time farrier, and 1 for a starting card driver.
So it's not just not trainers.
No.
I mean, breeding farms and
Anybody,
veterinarians
yep.
and
anybody who is in the standardbred industry and is looking for help, let us know. We'll put the jobs up there for you. Last year we did a statewide digital campaign to kick it off. We have the commercials here and during our broadcast, so people can see that and venture on over there. And it's a great link to get people involved.
So if you're a trainer or a farm owner and you have a job, you just contact the OHHA
give us a call.
and with the information. Obviously helps.
Hey, we got a job. Here's what the job entails. Here's how much we're going to pay, and we'll get it out there for you. And the best part is when we get that call, and then we put it up there, and then we get the call 2 days later.
Take it down.
Take it down. I already got people. It's like great. That's
winning.
The whole.
That's winning.
That's
right there.
what it's all about, right then and there. So, but no, we're just trying to do some different things. Help the industry. Especially the youth, trying to figure ways to get more people involved in this.
People forget about the economic impact. It's just not the owners and the trainers. I mean, it's everyone from the mechanics and the hay and the trailer sales and the truck sales and the farriers and the big D's. I mean, it's a $1 billion industry.
$2.8 billion with a B. $2.8 billion involved, and it's a 20,000 jobs in the state of Ohio from the equine racing industry.
It's 2-point-some billion. It's almost like the Bill's payroll. See, it always comes
not
back
that
to the
much,
bill.
but
It
it's
always
pretty
comes
close.
back to the bills.
And you brought it up, not me. So
it always comes back to the bills.
But the money there over the salary cap, you could buy a lot of nice horses for. Right
We've mentioned it several times before, though. The passport program is very successful. I think this is year 4.
3.
3?
Yep.
But we've probably signed a dozen already.
Well, that's great. That's what it's all about. In fact, it's funny. I've got some with me just in case when I'm walking around and people need them. Stop by, find us. That way we can get that going. I think we're getting ready for the post parade here. Let's send it back up to Mr. Peters.
Your field for the 6th race, the second division of the 2-year-old filly trot. It's like a banker's special. We have tellers, cash, and ATMs. So number 1 is Telly. The teller, Sam Widger, will drive this one for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns with Gentry, Weingartner, and Beachy, all of Northern Ohio. Has won 3rd place finish in 2 starts that came back at Paulding, first time out on June 9th. Number 2 is Done Cashed It. Bobby Brooks is the owner and trainer. Co-owns with David and Patricia Jury of Bucyrus, Ohio. Pierce Henry will get the assignment. This one has made the most starts in the field. This will be her 5th start of the season. Has 1 win, 1 second, and 2 thirds in those starts. The win came back at Paulding in the first time out, timed in 2:08 and 3. Chris Beaver trains, co-owns, and drives number 3 ATM Fees with longtime patron Stephen Z. Handler and OHHA board member. Second start out, first time out, made a break at Marion with Clifton Bell in the bike that day, finished 5th distanced. Number 4, Hills of Glory. Herman Hagerman trains for Jay Burkholder of Apple Creek, Ohio. Manny Miller will make the decisions. Has 1 second place finish in 2 starts. Last time out was second in Marion, timed in 2:09. Rounding out the field of 5 is Flowers Victory. Kevin Detweiler, the 18-year-old, will drive for Leanda Schwartz and for the Black and White stable of Milroy, Indiana. Has 1 win, 1 second in 2 seasonal starts. The win came at Ottawa several weeks back, timed in 2:04 and 1. I've been quite impressed with Kevin Detweiler. He's from Indiana, has been coming over a lot, especially in the northwest side. But Kevin his dad also is a driver, so sometimes you get confused because it'll just say Detweiler, and you have to decide then what they have to make the announcement. If it's Kevin, I believe it's Michael is the other. So
figure out which one's ready to go. So
you can look at the 18-year-old baby faces.
I mean, we got some young ones out there today. Ranger Steck driving today. You got him out there. So it's good to see the young drivers out there getting their experience here at the fairs.
Yep, and we also have, don't forget, if we have the driver series too, the
Terry Holton Youth Series,
Youth Series, and that's been picking up some momentum.
Yep.
First year, obviously.
I've actually had somebody, and I've got to get with Ryan Holton, talk to him. I actually had somebody call me about being interested in maybe sponsoring something there,
Well,
which is nice when you're able to get that exposure and get it out there and let them do that.
Absolutely. So, field of 5 behind the Wilkenberg starting gate, top of the stretch, 2-year-old filly trot. They're on their way to the start.
There they come. They're off and trotting. The first horse away at the rail is Tilly the Teller. Up on the outside second is Hills of Glory. Racing at the rail third, that's Duncased, and now Hills of Glory goes off stride. Also off stride goes Tilly the Teller, and taking over is Duncased, followed by Flowers Victory. As they head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Pierce Henry is Duncased on top by 2 lengths. Trotting second is Flowers Victory, driven by Kevin Detweiler. Off stride third is Tilly the Teller, driven by Sam Widger. Racing fourth, Hills of Glory, driven by Emmanuel Miller. The last horse, ATM Fees, driven by Chris Beaver. Was it?
30 and 3.
First quarter trotted in 30 and 3/5 seconds. The race that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. Out there on the front end, that's Duncased. Right there, close second is Flowers Victory. Closing in third now is Hills of Glory. ATM Fees is fourth, and the last horse at this point, racing around that turn, is Tilly the Teller. Coming down to the half-mile mark, that's still Duncased with the lead, with Flowers Victory right there, close second. Closing third is Hills of Glory, and fourth is ATM Fees. First half trotted in 103 and 1/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Duncased. The closest horse second is Flowers Victory. A close the Teller. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Duncased by a length and a half over Flowers Victory. Hills of Glory right there third, followed by ATM Fees fourth.
36 and 1.
3/4 trotted in 136 and 1/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, that's Duncased by a length and a half, but here comes Flowers Victory up on the outside. It's Duncased along the rail and Flowers Victory on the outside. Then their third is Hills of Glory. As they race toward home, that's Flowers Victory now going off stride. It's Duncased and Flowers Victory is off stride. It's going to be Duncased, and here they all come. Flowers Victory up for place, up for show is Hills of Glory.
207 and 3.
A mile in 207 and 3/5.
Jay, 207 and 3. Duncased at Pierce Henry gets the win, but Flowers Victory got the 2-hole trip, pulled out midway around the final turn. Looks as though he was going to be the winner and made a break.
Collective groan from the crowd here at Bellefontaine when Flowers Victory went off stride.
Flowers Victory did finish second. Be up to the judges to see if there will be a placing. There's absolutely no lapped on, but they'll have to determine.
I think he lost enough distance because he went from leading by 4 to losing by 4. So. 207 and 3 for your winner, Duncased. On Top of the Hill. You don't see many by On Top of the Hill, but this one was a bargain basement price of $3,000 at the Buckeye Classic sales. 2 wins now in 5 starts. Has yet to finish off the board. With this win, will go over $6,500 lifetime for Duncased. Then the owners will cash the check.
Robert Brooks of Van Loo and David and Patricia Jerry of Bucyrus.
Pierce Henry picks up the win. His first of the evening.
Now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Milroy, Indiana, comes number 5, Flowers Victory. Off by Black and White Stable. It comes number 2, Duncased. Off by Robbie Brooks of Van Loo and David Patricia Jerry of Bucyrus. Trained by Robbie Brooks, the driver, Pierce Henry. Let's look ahead here for David and Patricia Jerry, Robbie Brooks, Pierce Henry, and Duncased, the winner of race 6.
5-1-4-3-2.
5-1-4-3-2.
The official placings for race 6 at the top. Number 1, Timmy the Teller was 5th. Number 2, Duncasted was the winner. Number 3, ATM Fees was 4th. Number 4, Hills of Glory was 3rd. Number 5, Flowers Victory was 2nd. Time of the first quarter was 30 3/5. The half was in 103 1/5. The 3/4 in 136 1/5. With a mile in 207 3/5. The top it should read 5 1 4 3 2 on the bottom. A mile in 207 3/5.
Well, it's on to the 7th. That'll be the halfway point. 14 of them tonight, 11 tomorrow night. 3-year-old Philly Pacers, 2nd division for $4,787. We're going to scratch the 2. Dragons Cruise, Clifton Bell will drive number 7, Racing Artist. Scratch down to a field of 6. Still just be 4 on gate with 2 trailers. One time, I think it was a Paulding several years ago, they score 5 wide, and we had 1 on the gate and 2 trailers, which can happen.
And now, if you're the only trailer, you can pick whoever you get to follow.
Yes, I'm
but
pretty
if
sure.
there's 2 trailers, do you have to follow the 1, or can you say to the guy next to you, "I'm going to take the 2," and that means you
that
get the 3?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a judge. We'll have to ask Dave Stats sometime. We need this Dave Stats hotline. We're through 6. We turn the page to race 7. We'll talk about all 6 of these 3-year-old Philly Pacers when we come back.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Are back, Stephen Taylor, Jay Wolf, and Doug Ballinger. I passed the test.
You passed it. You're good. You get paid.
I get paid?
You get paid tonight.
You wasn't going to sign off?
No.
You and Frank talked about that?
We want to thank everyone who is following along on YouTube with the comments. The question I saw a few minutes ago was, what does he say when they cross the finish line? And he's referencing
What
Bill
does
Peters.
Bill say? Everybody has a saying.
He says, and here
they all come.
And here they all come. So once the one horse finishes, and he says, and here they all come. So gentlemen want to know if he said something about outcome. Nope. It's here they all come. What's your signature?
I think, and here they are.
No.
What's my signature?
Gaining with each and every stride.
Gaining with each and every stride.
Yeah. Usually when they're coming down the lane.
Yeah, and once in a while I thought catchy when I heard a thoroughbred announcer doing it one time. Abercrombie has a lead by 5, but he can hear the hoof steps of so
the
and
drum
so.
beats. The drum beats are coming, or something to that effect.
Hoof beats are coming.
You mentioned the thoroughbred, and we talked about famous lines, and there's one track announcer, one retired track announcer in the thoroughbred industry.
And what can't you say?
He loves to send out cease and desist orders for saying something about down the.
I'm not about
down the blank they come.
Yeah.
He does not like that, and so he'll.
I'm a member of that club.
You're a member of that club.
Thanks to me, the 4-H club at Delaware County got some money a few years ago.
And I understand it, but
and what it was that
day,
day,
we're not selling T-shirts with it on there or anything.
But an announcer, what it was when you're lost, you're not going to make a fool out of yourself saying, "Oh boy, who is that?"
Who's
there?
the 4-horse?
No, it was David Miller and Brett Miller. I was calling a race at Delaware.
Okay.
And at the top of the stretch, you announce from the infield, and
Yeah.
you don't have quite the right angle. It's
They're
basically
coming at you.
6 o'clock in the evening
Yeah.
when the sun's down there. And it was whoever was going to be third or fourth or second on the outside. It was between David Miller or Brett, one of the two, if I recall. And
you just used it for a filler.
My line, I used it for a filler, not to sound like a fool. And what I did say was they're off the turn, they're on their way home, and that's where I got lost. And down the stretch, they come with less than 1/8 of a mile to pace.
Okay. So
and I didn't give it that end down the lane they come.
Oh, gosh. Never thought you'd get sued.
No, I never did either. Never
That's
did
crazy.
either. Oh, well. I guess worse things have happened.
You can't get another job now in the state because they'll look at your arrest record and they'll say, what's this?
Yeah.
Impersonating a track announcer from New York. But it's a shame. You're right, we are moving right along here. Race 7 of the 14 race card. This is the second division of the 3-year-old filly pace. The first division went in sub 2 minutes. I'll have to go back and look at that. 59-3 if memory serves me correctly.
Yes.
You were talking to some junior fair kings and queens, so I abandoned ship for a little while, and that was where the race was finishing there. So
59-3, Kathy's Clown.
So that'll be the mark. The sun is quickly setting here, so we can all squint into the sun for most of the race now. Surprisingly, a nice crowd here in the metal grandstand.
Yes.
We talked earlier about the trees in the first turn and the trees in mid-stretch, and you could sell quite a few seats there in the shade. Unfortunately, though, the sun's getting low enough now. The tree's not much help.
Let's get the ones that are out there together in the lineup 3.
My guess is, Jay, they're all racing out of the infield.
Yes.
And that's one, we're moving right along because they're all right there.
Yeah.
That's about like being in a paddock.
Yeah.
When you have in the barn area, where you have barns in the first turn, barns on the backside.
Well, it's like Troy.
Pulling teeth at times.
Troy has that
yes,
situation.
Troy, it's very tough at Troy.
Mount Gilead.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of times at Mount Gilead, you'll see the drivers dragging their bikes across the track.
Yes, yeah.
At least at Troy, I think they give them a golf cart to go back and forth. But here, they're all working out. They do have a tent there, but I only see one horse in the tent. So,
yep.
Here's your field for the 7th.
One is Me So Fine, owned by Winchester Bay Acres Incorporated, Orlando, Florida, trained and owned by Hank Levan. Number 2 is The Draw. Number 3 is Stars in Her Eyes, owned by Wolf Racing Stable, LLC of East Liberty, Ohio, trained and owned by Kevin Wolf. 4 is Lover's Waltz, owned by Ivy Holdings, Apple Creek, Ohio, trained by Robbie Brooks, the driver of Chris Henry. 5 is AVF Felicity, owned by John Weisenberger Jr. of Oakwood, Ohio, trained and owned by Kyle Ladd. The 6 is Coco Motion, owned by Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 7 is Racing Artist, owned by Bill Webb of Defiance and Danny Miller of Archville, trained by Bill Webb, the driver of Compton Bound.
Me So Fine, owned by Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando, Florida. Hank Levan trains and drives. This 3-year-old bay filly is by Me So Fast out of the Western Tear Mare, safe from tear. Looking for her first win of the season. She had 6 wins last year, right at 30,000 lifetime. Took a mark last season at the Putnam County Fair in Ottawa, 201-3. The 1, Me So Fine.
Number 2, Dragon Cruise has been withdrawn and will not participate. Number 3 is Stars in Her Eyes. Kevin Wolf owns and drives this Western Fame filly out of the Village Jolt Mare Community Spirit. Just the 3rd start of her lifetime, was unraced at 2, has a 3rd place finish at a qualifier on June 23rd at Scioto Downs, has yet to hit the board in a purse start.
Highest priced filly in the field, a $75,000 Ohio Select purchase last year. Lover's Waltz, the 3-year-old bay filly by Racine Hill, $14,000 lifetime.
Number 5 is AVF Felicity. Kyle Ladd is the driver trainer for John Weisenberg from Oakwood, Ohio. Has 1 win in 15 career starts, winless in the 2 starts this season.
Herman Hagerman trains the 6, Coco Motion. Manny Miller drives this 3-year-old bay filly by Well Said. Was a $3,000 purchase, $11,000 lifetime, 1 career win. That was last year at Croton of 203-3.
Rounding out the field of 7 is the 7, Racing Artist. Clifton Bell will now drive for Bill Webb, who co-owns with Denny Miller. This is a Racing Hill filly out of the artistic Fellamare Little Miss Artist. Has 1 win in 11 seasonal starts, has 9 wins, though, in 24 career starts. Was a winner back on June 5th at Saddle Downs in 52-2. Race 7 scratched down to a field of 6. We'll have 4 on the gate in 2 a little late. That was from a guy up in British Columbia. There's 7 on the gate, and 1 will be a little late.
They're off and pacing. The first horse away is Me So Fine. Dropping in there second is Lover's Waltz. Up on the outside third is AVF Felicity. At the rail fourth is Coco Motion. At the rail fifth is Racing Artist. And the last horse is Stars in Her Eyes. As they make the turn out, head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Hank Levan has Me So Fine on top by 2.5 lengths. Facing second is Lover's Waltz, driven by Pierce Henry. Third is Coco Motion, driven by Miller. Racing in there fourth is Racing Artist, driven by Clifton Bell. Fifth is Stars in Her Eyes, driven by Kevin Wolf. And the last horse, AVF Felicity, driven by Kyle Ladd.
1-1.
First quarter paced in 31 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's Me So Fine by a length over Lover's Waltz. Racing in their third, that's Coco Motion. Fourth now is Racing Artist. Racing fifth, Stars in Her Eyes. The last horse, AVF Felicity. Coming down to the half-mile mark, that's Me So Fine, bringing the horses down to the half. Racing in there second is Lover's Waltz. Third is Coco Motion. Fourth now, third and flying up on the outside comes Racing Artist. Fifth is Stars in Her Eyes, and then comes AVF Felicity. First half paced in 1:01 3/5, and now Racing Artist takes over. Coming back second is Me So Fine. Racing third is Lover's Waltz. Fourth is Coco Motion. Stars in Her Eyes is fifth, and AVF Felicity trails. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark now. Racing Artist Fine. Third line, Waltz on the outside. Fourth, Coco Motion. 3 quarters in 1:30 1/5. As they race around the upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Racing Artist now by about 12 lengths. Me So Fine is second. Racing up on the outside third comes Coco Motion. As they race toward home, that is still Racing Artist. There's going to be a race for place position here between Me So Fine and Coco Motion. But past the stands, it's Racing Artist, and here the outcome. Coco Motion is going to get up for place, and up for show is Stars in Her Eyes. Tight there at the wire between Coco Motion and Stars in Her Eyes. Tight for place between Coco Motion and Stars in Her Eyes.
59 3.
A mile in 1:59 3/5.
Jay Wolf equals the first division, Kathy's Clown, and wow.
As
Racing Artist.
As our friend Ayers Rattle would say, if that was a fight, they would have stopped it.
Yes. Wow.
Last half, 58 seconds.
Got away third, I believe. Came first up right in front of us the first time here at the half. And at the 5/8, midway at the 3/4, he was on top by probably 7, 8, 10. Yes. Where did that come from? Marion, he was second in 2:04. Paced in 51-4 at Saddle Downs in the Hoovler final.
Skip Hoovler passed away recently. One of the nice guys of harness racing here in the state of Ohio, so it's nice to see that they have a series named after Skip. Very tight for the place. Stars in Her Eyes from Kevin Wolf came out of nowhere.
Yes, very, very tight.
And may have nailed Coco Motion at the wire. I'm not going to go out on a limb on this one. I'm 1 for 1 tonight. So
Me So Fine was cutting most of them out, got the 2-hole trip, and looked as though, 75 yards away, Me So Fine was going to be second, but not so. Probably a 4th place finish, maybe. They all could have threw a blanket over that 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position.
Bill Webb and Denny Miller, trained by Bill Webb, and driven to victory this evening by Clifton Bell. Dave? What do you have to have that? There are the official placings for race 7 from the top. One, Be So Fine was fourth. Number 2, Dragon Cruise had been drawn. Number 3, Stars in Her Eyes was second. Number 4, Lover's Waltz was fifth. Number 5, AVF Felicity was sixth. Number 6, Coco Motion was third. And number 7, Racing Artist was the winner. Time of the first quarter was 31 and 1/5. The half was in 101 and 3/5. The 3/4 in 130 and 1/5. With a mile in 159 and 3/5. The top is in read 4, scratch 2, 5, 6, 3, 1 on the bottom.
We'll give the rundown once again because we'll make sure you've heard it. Number 1, Me So Fine was fourth. Number 2, Dragon's Cruise was scratched. Number 3, Stars in Her Eyes second. Number 4, Lover's Waltz fifth. Number 5, AVF Felicity sixth. Number 6, Coco Motion third. And number 7, Racing Artist Clifton Bell was your winner, timed 59 and 3. Top down 4, scratch 2, 5, 6, 3, 1 on the bottom.
Well, you could be an announcer.
I've announced one race in
You've
my
announced
lifetime.
one race.
I've announced one race, and that was at Mansfield. The announcer didn't show up, and Frank was supposed to run the camera, and I was supposed to go solo.
I think I heard that. That was about 4 years ago, probably.
Probably, yeah. And they came over. Dave Stat says, I got bad news, fellas. We don't have a track announcer, so I need one of you to do it. And I looked at Frank, and I said, you do baseball? I mean, I know it's a little slower pace, but you've at least done baseball. He says, I'll do it if you announce one. And I said, I'll do the last race of the night. So I didn't think I did too bad.
No.
I didn't do too bad, and we get done, and Frank goes, I thought you said you never done this. I said, I've announced a million races in my head. I just never over a loud microphone.
And you got a connection at Delaware. You think you would be you would be one of the announcers at Delaware someday.
Not even the qualifiers. Roger won't even come off the qualifiers. He does those. So we're
good. That last race, homebred. I'd like to see that. Bill Webb has a lot of homebreds. He was a winner there. So, Jay, we're moving right along. We're going to start the second half with 3-year-old filly trotters. 8th race coming up, and we're rolling right along. It's only 7:48.
We'll get out of here before sunset, unfortunately. Send it to you, Mr. Taylor, for some words from our sponsors.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to Logan County Fair in beautiful Bellefontaine, Ohio, home of the first concrete street, 1891. The gentleman who made the street actually has a statue on the street.
Okay.
So when you go home, do you go up 68 to catch
yes,
33? You'll
the
go
main
right
drag,
by it.
yeah, we'll
go
right
by it.
Right past it.
So not only do you get the first street, you also get a statue because of the first street. So have you been caught up in the big boy 14 or 40-14 locomotive thing? There is a locomotive coming back from Washington, D.C.
My wife was talking about that yesterday.
Fostoria, they were expecting tens of thousands of people to come by to watch a train.
Is it going to be in Bucyrus, maybe?
No.
Did she mention Bucyrus?
Nope.
I thought she did.
It went through Rocky River up in Cleveland, and my buddy has his office is literally backs up to the railroad track. So he caught it by accident. He was walking to lunch, and he says, why are all these people sitting on the side of the road with lawn chairs? and he could see it come across the giant bridge there. And then he found out that it literally stopped behind his office, so he had a front row seat. Oh, is that all you need me for, is to block the sun?
You're
now?
a good man. You're a good man.
But yeah, I guess tens of thousands of people in Fostoria to see a train.
Yeah, my wife mentioned that yesterday. Yes.
So I guess I watch. I'm old, so I have to watch Sunday Morning and 60 Minutes now. So this Sunday Morning did a little feature on the big boy, and I guess there was, as of 10 years ago, there were 7 still around. And this is the only one in operation.
Okay.
So for the bison, or what is not bicentennial, the 250th, the bicentennial, whatever they call it. It went from state of Washington all the way to Washington, D.C. Now it's going back to the state of Washington. So train fever. You didn't catch it. You didn't go up to Fostoria?
No.
Yeah. While we're talking current events, I saw a gentleman got thrown in the air 8 feet by a bull or a bison in Yellowstone or something. It was all caught on video.
Really?
Those things are big. I'm staying away from them. I'm going to steer clear of that. So they got a pizza box over there. Ron's Pizza since 1983. I was 13. So it must be a while.
My father-in-law started pizza in Salina in 1946.
1946.
It was probably the second pizza, they think, in the state of Ohio, the first being in Lima.
So people don't realize harness racing is not your first career. You're in sales, or you were in sales?
No, I worked at Reynolds & Reynolds printing company.
Okay.
We printed automotive forms. I worked there 42 years. Started doing this when I was 16.
So you just did it after work?
After work.
So
had a lot of nights. I'd do Anderson, Indiana. We would start at 8:30 our time, Ohio time. Yep. Back then there was it was big political over there. You'd have 2 heats, and one night would be Republican Party, one night Democrat Party, and they'd have to give their speeches, and I'm wanting to go home. And I'd ride to Portland, Indiana, and ride with a judge by the name of Ted Montgomery. But I can remember being at the Green Duck Inn in Albany, Indiana, Red Key, Indiana, I think it was, at 1 in the morning, and I had to be to work at 7. My time. I was
worn out. You did that.
I did that 4 nights in a row back then. But I was 18, young and dumb.
I remember when all the county fairs were 3 and 4 night meets.
Oh yeah, 4 night meets.
Because they would race 2 heats.
They would race 2 heats.
Come back and.
And at Greenville, if you can recall, they had a little tag. Tag is a form of paper. It's a heavier paper, construction paper, real heavy. That's what their program would probably be, only 5 inches wide and 15 inches long or 10 inches long. And they would have double post positions. They would draw for. You could win the first heat off out of the 9-hole and have the 9-hole the second time.
They would draw twice.
They would draw twice, regardless position.
Well, that gives you a little incentive.
Yes.
Mount Vernon, Ohio, Lucinda Meltzer, Winchester, Kentucky, and Martin D. Yoder, Mount Eaton, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 2 is Foot Speed Limit, followed by Ron Steck of Marengo, Robert Snowcold Sullivan, and George V. Green of Georgesburg, New Jersey, trained and driven by Ron Steck. Number 3 is Little Flicker, owned and trained and driven by Greg Diamond of Bellefontaine. Lot 4 is My Secret Money, owned by Mike Sweeney of Delaware, Ohio, and Lemon Racing LLC of Rockwood, Michigan, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver is Curtis Harper. Number 5 is Princess Carolyn, owned by Heartland Acres of Wallhanding, Ohio, and Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver is Sam Widger.
Well, there you had the post parade, 3-year-old filly trotters. Lynn Range comes off the rail. She's going to be a tough one to beat. Looking for a 4th win in 9 tries. She has 12 career wins, $60,000 lifetime. Ohio Select purchase of $23,000. She, the 3-year-old bay filly by In Range, Hagerman Racing. Lucinda Belcher and Martin Yoder own. Herman Hagerman trains. Manny Miller, the 1, Lynn Range.
Number 2 is What Speed Limit. Ron Steck trains and will drive. You don't see Ron Steck drive too many, but he's also the co-owner with Robert Smelko and George Green of Ohio and New Jersey. This one is 0 for 8 on the season, 0 for 17 lifetime. Made a break last time out with Chris Page in the bike, so Ron wants to see what he can do with this In Range filly.
Number 3, Little Flicka, Gregory Diamond trains and drives and owns a 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom out of the Bandits Gold Chip mare. Brown Sugar, 1 win last year. Yet to hit the board this year in 2 tries, $11,121. The mark was taken last year as a 2-year-old at Bowling Green of 206 and 4.
Number 4 is My Secret Money. Curtis Harper will drive for Mike Sweeney, who co-owns this one with Lemmer Racing of Rockwood, Michigan. This is a ready for money filly. 0 for 3 on the season, 3 of 16 lifetime. Was second last time out at Northfield Park in the non-winners of 1. Finished second at Dead Heat, timed in 2 minutes flat.
Rosie Weaver sends out the 5, Princess Caroline. She teams up again with Sam Widger. Sam looking for his second winner on the card. Heartland Acres and Rosie Weaver own in partnership. 3-year-old Brown filly by Creatine out of the Credit Winner mare. Social Success. 3 for 9 this year with 2 seconds. Lifetime 70,000. 9 career wins. 155 at Scioto Downs back on the 4th of June. The 5, Princess Caroline. You're a good man.
I'm serving as a human umbrella right now. Greg Diamond, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he trains at Gilcrest when he's down in Florida, because that's the home of Belle, Florida. Mike Sweeney trains out of Delaware, as does Ron Steck. You don't see Ron drive too much anymore.
No, you don't.
So
Ron,
especially now that Rangers got his.
Yes,
his
yeah,
license.
he's doing. He had a couple wins at Marion. Didn't Ron win the Terry Holton back in his day, I think?
Way back when,
yes,
in the 80s?
Way back when.
Yes. I have the program, and there's one Brian Brown in there, and you don't think of Brian as a driver, but he participated in the youth driving series.
They're off and trotting. The first horse away is My Secret Money. Dropping in there second is What Speed Limit. Third is Little Becca. Moving up fourth is Princess Carolyn, and the last horse is Lynn Range. Off stride now goes What Speed Limit. As they make the turn, head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Curtis Harper has My Secret Money on top by 7 lengths. Trotting second is Little Flicker, driven by Greg Diamond. Third is What Speed Limit, driven by Ron Steck. Moving up on the outside, fourth is Princess Carolyn, driven by Sam Widger. And the last horse is Lynn Range, driven by Emmanuel Miller. Past that quarter-mile mark, that's still My Secret Money with the lead.
32.
First quarter trotted in 32 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that's My Secret Money with the lead. Little Flicker racing in there second. Racing third, that's Princess Carolyn. Offside fourth is What Speed Limit. And the last horse coming around that turn is Lynn Range. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that's My Secret Money with the lead. Racing in there second is Little Flicker. Third now is Princess Carolyn. Moving fourth is Lynn Range, and the last horse is What Speed Limit. What was it?
103 and 4.
First half trotted in 103 and 4/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. To catch My Secret Money. Closing in second is Little Flicker. On the outside third is Princess Carolyn. Fourth is Lynn Range, and farther back fifth is What Speed Limit. Front for pretty well bunch now as they go toward that 3/4 mile mark. That's My Secret Money by 3.5 lengths over Little Flicker, with Princess Carolyn on the outside third, followed by Lynn Range.
34-3.
3 quarters in 134 and 3/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's still My Secret Money with the lead. Ranging up on the outside second is Princess Carolyn. That's My Secret Money, Princess Carolyn, and Little Flicker, followed by Lynn Range as they race toward home. That's My Secret Money, Little Flicker closing along with Sam Widger and Princess Carolyn, but Princess Carolyn goes off stride. It's going to be My Secret Money, and here the outcome. Little Flicker up for place, up for show is Lynn Range.
205 and 1.
A mile and 205 and 1/5.
205 and 1. Gate to wire had it her way most of the way. A lot of breakers leaving the gate. They got back down trotting and closed the gap. Princess Caroline and Sam Widger made a break leaving and really closed a lot of ground, then made another break midway in the stretch when making a drive.
About the same spot, both at the start of the race and coming from home. So
opened it up in 32, 103 and 4, 134 and 3. My Secret Money, Curtis Harper for Mike Sweeney. Patrick Sweeney and Lamar Racing of Rockwood, Michigan own. This is a 3-year-old brown filly by Ready for Money out of the Muscles Yankee mare. Muscles Secret, first of the season.
have announced an inquiry, but it does not affect your unofficial winner, My Secret Money. I had number 3, Lila Flicka, second, and Lynn Range rebounded from a break at the start, almost came to a dead stop.
Yes, was way back.
And was actually had a shot there in the final turn, obviously got tired down the lane and rallied after the break by Princess Carolyn to finish third. So.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle, where the winners go, coming in from Delaware, Ohio, and Rockwood, Michigan, comes number 4, My Secret Money. By Mike Sweeney and Lemon Racing, trained by Mike Sweeney, and driven to victory this evening by Curtis Harper. Let's really hear it for Curtis Harper and My Secret Money, the winner of race 8.
Curtis Harper drives a lot for Mike Sweeney. So
yes.
You don't realize Curtis is 37. Hasn't been driving that long, but started in his early 30s.
Touch on after we get the results here. David Miller made his comeback after the accident about 6 weeks ago.
Very low key too. Usually you see some qualifying starts or something, but
I read an article that said Hal McCray did just the other day that he trained a few. Years ago, back in the 80s, David Miller would drive at a lot of county fairs. I'm sure he driven right here on this very track at Logan County. He lives in the Wilmington area. I wonder if he's attending a race as a spectator tonight at Wilmington Fair.
Someone's probably trying to talk him into driving, but I think he'll pass.
I think he'll pass.
Still waiting for the official results. Unofficially, I have top down 3, 5, 2, 1, 4. Unless there was something I didn't see, there was.
Unless there's going to be a placing because of, maybe a failure to lose ground. Could be. I mean, they're calling Greg Diamond in. Maybe they're going to explain to him, and maybe there isn't going to be a placing. I don't know, really. I just knew who the winner was probably going to be, but they were closing in. But and then all of a sudden they made some breaks. Check my phone here for my results from Wilmington. See who's getting the driving wins there. Sure, some of our
Lisa Schwartz, probably is the charter there.
Either her or Rick. Rick, that might be. Rick.
That is Rick.
That could be Rick's fair.
Because I saw Rick put out the press release about the post time. So.
Austin Hanner is in attendance tonight at Wilmington. Luke Hanners, Jeff Nysonger gets a win. Randy Thorpe's, Luke Ebersol's got a couple.
Luke's moved his operations to Urbana, hasn't he, from Northfield?
Yes, I heard that. Yes, Luke. Yes, Luke Ebersol.
So I heard is Russell Schwartz picked up his career win 2000, but someone says he's now retiring.
Oh, he could be from driving.
So I mean, he's been at 199 since Urbana of last year.
Yeah, Urbana last year. Yep.
So maybe
just drives trotters.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that, but yes, he got it at Circleville.
So if that is true, he goes out on an even number. That's nice to have. There's been quite a few monumental wins this year. Speaking of Austin Hanners, I believe he got his 1,000th recently.
Yes.
Ronnie Wren picks up the.
Sam Widger did 8,000. Yep. I think I announced they had Sam Widger. I was working at Hoosier Park one night when he got 6,000 about 7 years ago or so.
Let's see how good you are. Sam Widger picked up 6,000 on May 5th, 2018 at Hoosier Park.
Probably right.
Shady Caroline in 151. You were there?
I'm pretty sure I was there.
He picked up his 5,000s at Hoosier as well, and 7,000.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it probably about 6.
But Ronnie Wren picked up 9,000 earlier this year.
Where did Austin Hanners get his? Chris Page, where did he get his first win at? Urbana, Ohio.
With who, though? Titanic fella.
Yes, Titanic on a Sunday afternoon. A young Chris Page about, I told the story when Chris was coming back to the Winter Circle. It was last year for the Buckeye Stallion Series, and Chris really appreciated it. He got me aside at Delaware, and he said, "You really did your homework." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "That really meant a lot to me, put a smile on my face, coming back to the Winter Circle 20-some years later where I get my first win, and you tell the crowd that." He said, yeah, they appreciate that stuff.
Uh-oh.
Number 1, Lynn Range, finished third, was placed second. Number 2, What Speed Limit, was fifth. Number 3, Little Flicka, finished second, was placed fourth for interference in the home stretch. Number 4, My Secret Money, was the winner. Number 5, Princess Carolyn, finished fourth, was placed third. Time of the first quarter was 32 seconds. The half was in 1:03 and 4/5. The 3 quarters in 1:34 and 3/5. With a mile in 2:05 and 1/5. The top should read 2:54.1. 3 on the bottom. A mile in 2:05 and 1/5. Again, that placing.
We did have some placings in the last race, if you could not hear. Number 1, Lynn Range, was finished third, placed second. Number 2, What Speed Limit, finished fifth. Number 3, Little Flicka, was second, placed fourth due to interference in the stretch. Number 4, My Secret Money, is your race winner, timed in 2:05 and 1. And number 5, Princess Carolyn, finished fourth, was placed thirds. After the placing, top down, 2:54.1. 3 on the bottom.
Good little, when they were finishing, you could see a little something going on there, but there was several breakers there at the wire, so we got the placing. And so, Jay, it's on to the 9th race, Signature Series, in memory of Herb Levan, a great driver. Caramel Dumpling, am I right?
Yep.
99 career wins, something like that. Didn't quite get 100.
Yep. When Kim French was the editor of Hoofbeat, she asked me if I would do some articles. And I said, sure, I'm always up for something. And she sent me, and she goes, I'd like a story on the Levan family. So I was fortunate to call Herbie, Louie, and Hank at the time and interviewed all 3 of them. And I said, there's 3 things in life that are certain, Mr. Levan. This is to Herb. And I said, death, taxes, and a Levan 2-year-old's going to have 17 starts at the end of the year. And he goes, they don't get paid to train. So he says, I'll race them instead of train them. So
Hank Levan, Hank tells me that's where he gets his work ethic, from Grandpa Herb.
Yep. In Herb, they started with ponies.
Yes, I remember that. Yes,
yeah,
I was announcing ponies back then, and I think they would go to Steve Cross would call them in Florida when he.
I was going to say they started in Florida, which I was like, of all places,
Vic
Florida.
Levan would be Herb's dad.
Yep.
If I'm correct. They would race ponies in Florida.
Yep. So, with that, we'll turn the page to race 9, and we'll talk about the Herb Levan Memorial, the Signature Series for Pacers, when we come back after these messages.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion, In Range, set new sales records at the 2025 Jug Sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
We are back. Bellefontaine, Ohio, the first of 2 days of racing here at the Logan County Fair. We want to thank everyone for joining us and bearing with some of the audio problems. Stephen and we talk off the air that this is about as far away from us as the track announcer is at any track that I've worked at.
Yes.
And usually they're right above us, so it's easy to drop a line down. But here, we're not going to be able to throw a line over there. So the judges and the announcer are in a steel enclosed silo, I like.
Yes. Boy, I appreciate you, Jay Wolf, blocking the sun for me here off of all the hair on my head.
That's my 250 pounds. I'm like a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse right now.
You feel sorry for me because I forgot my cap,
I
right?
know. Well, I'm sorry for Steven for forgetting the tent. Do I need to bring a tent for tomorrow? All right. We're all going to be sitting on top of each other because it's probably not a big tent, but we'll take it. All right. Doug, I have good news. I picked up my little brown jug license plates, so
did you?
They're on order. They're being shipped to me.
What's your number going to be?
I got Jug Pub.
Jug Pub.
Jug Publicity.
Okay.
So it's funny because I've never ordered vanity plates before. She goes, "Why do you want these plates? You got to write down your reason." I said, "Because that's the job I hold." And she goes, "That's as good enough as any." So I had to get stickers for 2 cars, new plates for my car, and a driver's license. You know you can get your driver's license now for 8 years in Ohio?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So I spent $470 in the BMV because obviously the 4-year costs more than the 8-year costs more than the 4-year. But if I don't have to stand in line for another 8 years, I'm okay with that. So.
Yes, because my birthday, my license plate license is due next May, and we're thinking about spending the whole month in Florida next year in May.
Well, I believe you can check. You might be able to do it online.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Because you could do it once, you can't do it twice in a row, so that's why I had to physically show up this time. So.
Whoa.
We're going to give this post parade a bad rating because there's no horses on the front stretch and they're doing the post parade.
Lifetime earnings over $129,000. A lifetime mark 152. Number 2 is JV Magic. He's a gray gelding, 4 years old. By Fear the Dragon out of Type A Gray by Artificial. All the Bob Guys is Salina, trained by Ty Bates. Given this evening by Emmanuel Miller. Lifetime earnings over $99,000. A lifetime mark 152 and 4/5. Number 3 is 8 Easy Being. He's a Bay gelding, 7 years old. By Well Said out of I'm a Forget Me Not by Keystone Raider. Owned and trained by Cole Fitzwater of Continental. Given this evening by Pierce Henry. Lifetime earnings over $180,000. A lifetime mark 152 and 4/5. Number 4 is Hitting Nine Toes. He's a Bay gelding, 4 years old by Me So Fast out of Safe from Tear by Western Tear. Owned by the Winchester Bay Acres Incorporated, Orlando, Florida. Trained and driven by Hank LeMan. Lifetime earnings over $76,000. A lifetime mark 152 and 3/5. Number 5 is Big Bad Whamma. He's a brown horse, 9 years old by Big Bad John. Another Wild Woman by Village Joe. Owned and trained by Ron Steck of Marengo. Driven this evening by Ranger Steck. Lifetime earnings over $175,000. A lifetime mark 151 and 4/5. Number 6 is Suddenly Special. He's a Bay gelding, 4 years old by Western Vintage out of Love Power by Jake Lobel. Owned by Wolf Racing Stable LLC of East Liberty, Ohio. Trained and driven by Kevin Wolf. Lifetime earnings over $36,000. A lifetime mark 158 and 2/5. And number 7 is Bikini Dancer. She's a Bay mare, 4 years old by Down by the Seaside out of Dance Hall Girl by Real Artist. Owned and trained by Susan Tackett of Cardington, Ohio. Given this evening by Curtis Harper. Lifetime earnings over $22,000. A lifetime mark 154. Those are your horses for the 2026 Kirkwood Land Memorial.
We want to thank Bill Peters for doing our job there, so we don't
did.
really have to go into much information here on these because Bill does such a nice job, especially with the Signature Series. A couple interesting comments here. Mike Sweeney is the breeder. Mike Sweeney, who won the last race, was the breeder of 3 Ain't Easy Being Me. I believe Roger Houston warmed up Ain't Easy Being Me, and then this horse won at Delaware the same year. So
Roger took credit for that?
Absolutely. So
he takes credit for a lot of things.
Yeah. Also, if you look on the July 1st line of Bikini Dancer, you're going to see a new symbol there, OG5. That's something brand new that the USTA recently put out. That means off the gate.
By 5 links?
No, they didn't tell you how far. It just says he was off the gate at the start, according to the USTA release last week.
He had post 5, okay.
So
this is the Herb Levan pace. grandfather of driver Hank of the 4, Eddie Nine Toes.
It would have been nice if someone let Louie drive, pick up a catch drive.
Yes.
You can get Louie and Hank in here trying to win grandpa's and father's race. Field of 7 behind the Wilkenberg starting gate, top of the stretch. Send it to Bill Peters.
They're up and facing the first horse away on the outside is Big Bad Whammo. At the real second is 8 Easy Being Me. Dropping in their third is Eddie Nine Toes. Fourth is Rockstar's Virgin. Fifth is JB Magic. Racing sixth is Suddenly Special. And the last horse is Bikini Dent. Straight now down the backside of the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Along the way over the lead is Big Bad Whammo, and on the outside now sticking his nose out in front is Eddie Nine Toes. At the rail third is 8 Easy. Fifth is Rockstar's Virgin. Fifth is JB Magic. Sixth is Suddenly Special. First quarter paced in 29 and 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, it's Eddie Nine Toes by a length and a half. Racing second is Big Bad Whammo. In their third is Rockstar's Virgin. Racing fourth, race around that turn is now 8 Easy Being Me. As they race down toward the half-mile mark. That's Hank Levan and 89 Toes bringing the house to the half. Racing second, Big Bad Whammo. In their third is 8 Easy Being Me, followed by Rockstar's Virgin.
58-2.
First half paced in 58 and 2/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that three-quarter mile mark. They've got to catch 89 Toes. The closest horse second is Big Bad Whammo. In their third is 8 Easy Being Me. Rockstar's Virgin is fourth. A closer fifth now is JB Magic. Front five pretty well bunched. Got still 89 Toes with the lead, followed by Big Bad Whammo. On the outside third is Rockstar's Virgin. Three quarters in 128 and 2/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. Big Bad Whammo on the outside now takes over. Dropping back second at the rail is 89 Toes. That's Big Bad Whammo with the lead as he races toward home. On the outside now comes Rockstar's Virgin as they race through the lane. That's Rockstar's Virgin and Big Bad Whammo. It's going to be Rockstar's Virgin, and here they all come. big Bad Whammo up for place, JB Magic for show. A mile in 158 and 3/5.
158 and 3. 29 and 3, 58 and 2, 128 and 2. Rockstar's Virgin got away fourth for Robert Rogan. He trains and drives.
Nope.
He's from Bellefontaine.
Sam Widger was up.
Yep, Sam Widger was the driver. I didn't get that change.
It's all right. Sam picks up his second. And Louis Levan gets to come to the winner's circle anyway.
Yes, he does.
To present the trophy, the Herbie Levan Memorial. Unofficial, we have 1-5-2 for Eddie Nine Toes. Look to hold on for fourth. Ain't Easy Being Me fifth to round out the paying positions.
Winners go coming from right here in Logan County, Bellefontaine, Ohio, comes number 1, Rockstar's Virgin, owned and trained by Robert Rogan and driven to victory this evening by Sam Widger. Now this is the Herb Levan Memorial. Herb was a longtime horseman here in the Logan County area, and this race is named in his honor. His son Louis is in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation. Let's have a big hand here. Robert Rogan, Sam Widger, and Rockstar's Virgin, the winner of the 2026 Herb Levan Memorial Pace. Here are the official placings for race 9 from the top. Number 1, Rockstar's Virgin was the winner. Number 2, JB Magic was third. Number 3, 8 Easy Being Me was fifth. Number 4, Eddie Nine Toes was fourth. Number 5, Big Bad Whammo
6 and 7 on the bottom.
Suddenly Special was sixth. And number 7, Bikini Dancer was seventh.
So recap. You want to give them a rundown in case they can't hear?
Rockstar's Virgin, the winner. JB Magic got up for third. Ain't Easy B and Me finished fifth. Eddie Nine Toes 4. The 5, Big Bad Whammo 2. The 6, Suddenly Spatial 6. And number 7, Bikini Dancer 7. 158 and 3. Top down 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 6, 7 on the bottom. Does that sound like a race announcer?
You sound like you've done this a few times.
I might try it sometime.
You might like it.
I might like it.
We turn the page to race 10, the third division of the 2-year-old filly pace, field of 5. We'll talk about all 5 when we come back.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
You know, talking about race announcing 57 years for me, I could actually walk away from it, probably miss it a little bit as long as I had this to fall back on.
Yeah,
I
mean,
really enjoy doing this.
When Susan asked me, 5 years ago, she goes, hey, we're going to do this thing during COVID, and we're going to do some broadcasts. We're not going to do all the fairs. We're just going to do a few, and then a few became all of them. I've been to Wellington, so I went up to Lorain County. I did Wapakoneta since year 1, so it's been a lot of fun. Troy,
yeah, it is.
I have a lot of your fairs too.
Well, yes,
I have a lot of your fairs.
Yes.
So,
but I think I truly could. Some announcing. I really enjoy the announcing. It's a lot of work. You go home tired. Your mind is working so much more. Here, it's just whatever you want to say.
I'm assuming you don't memorize the horses because there's too short of a period between races. And
I used to.
Really?
That's the way Roger would teach me. Oh, every now and then I'll call the race out loud to my, in the judges stand, just to memorize. I try to go over them a little bit. So, like if Hank Levan, I know where he's at on the program. I might not know the name of that horse, but I know he's at the bottom of the program 5. So when I see Hank, my eyes go to the bottom of the program. Or if a horse has a shadow roll on, especially at the county fair when they're coming at you, heads on, I'll put a red shadow roll, a little mark on my program, or blinkers, different things.
You don't color, you don't have crayons or anything like.
No, I don't like the thoroughbred guys. No, or a red wheel disc, white wheel disc. I'll put a circle. That means a wheel disc. Wheel disc. Yeah. There's different little scenarios you do. Some places it can get tough at the top of the stretch.
What's the worst name that you've had to call?
Happy Dumpty. We got that tomorrow night.
I busted his chops on the air. Humpty Dumpty. I said, Doug, didn't your mom ever read nursery rhymes for him? Humpty Dumpty became Happy Dumpty.
It's whatever you start to say that first time, it will. You just don't change it usually.
Yep.
The worst thing that ever happened to me, and it might have been at Greenville 20 years ago, I might have been talking, got to my program and made a driver's change, like say in the 10th race.
And it was really the 11th and you had the wrong.
Well, no, and I really wasn't doing my homework, going through the horses. So my program, we were on the 10th, and Paige was the 11th.
Yeah.
And when I got going down the backstretch the first time, I knew I was calling the wrong card. So that'll never happen again. Because when they're at the gate, if it's race 8, that program better say race 8.
Now John Campbell told me, I went up to watch his last drive. He says, never say never, because never is an awfully long time.
Yes.
So never say it will happen again. It will never happen again, because that's a really long time.
Yep.
Steven, I'm a little worried about you. It's 90 degrees here, and you're wearing black and long pants. Oh. Is there a reason for that? You're okay. All right.
Yep.
I'm just like, I just looked over. I'm like, he's barely sweating.
Anymore, out of 365 days in a year, 350 all have shorts on. And it's really weird when you do have to wear long pants.
When you go to
Florida.
In weddings, probably weddings and
weddings,
funerals, you have to wear pants.
Yep. But that's what this job has been for me. I've worked hard all these years.
Yep.
And this part-time job enables me and my wife to winter in Florida.
Spend some time in Florida?
Yes.
So is it harder to do a small field or a big field?
Small field. I'd rather do 8 at a county fair any day
than 3 or 4 because you're making
definitely.
Things up at that point.
Yes, making things up.
Now, I made the mistake of calling Ayers Ratliff after I made my one and only call, and he said he heard me and he's giving me tips. I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. I was one and done. But he says you always have phrases. If you get lost, you give yourself a phrase
yes.
as they go through the clubhouse turn the first time, and So here's the field for the 10th.
Number 2 is Howard Greyhart, followed by CIS Racing LLC of Wilmington, Ohio, trained by Jeff Nysong, the driver Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 3 is AGL, followed by Levan Stables and Megan Levan of Woodstock, Ohio, Holy Racing of Dublin, Ohio, Great Farms of Richmond, Ohio, Richard Freeze of Northfield, Ohio, trained and driven by Hank Levan. 4 is Famous Ray.
Is that Don Brake on the 3? The owner of the 3.
Number 5 is Jewel May, owner of Seagull Lauder of Tiffin, Ohio, trained and driven by Ed Conrad.
There's your field for the 10th race, the 3rd division of the 2-year-old filly pace. Number 1 is Taylor's 3rd round. Robert Brooks trains this one. Clifton Bell will drive for Tommy and Andrea Householder of Delaware, Ohio. This is a Dancing Yankee filly. Was a homebred out of the real Artist Merrill. Taylor's Artist has won 2nd place finish in 2 starts. That 2nd place finish was the very first time out on June 8th at Paulding, timed in 2:06 and 2.
Number 2, Art Greyhart. This is a homebred. CIS Racing, Wilmington, Ohio. Jeff Nysonger trains. Manny Miller would drive the 2-year-old gray filly by Heart of Chewbacca out of the Whitefish Falls mare. Our gray girl looking to go 3 for 4. 2 wins coming in. 2 back was winner, 2:04 and 2 at Circleville.
Number 3 is Agiel. Hank Levan trains and reigns this one. Owned by Levan Stables, Hurley Racing, Don Brake Farms, Megan Levan, and Richard Freeze. Has won 3rd place finish in 3 seasonal starts. That was first time out at Paulding, timed in 2:08.
Pierce Henry, the 4, Famous Rain. Pierce looking for his 2nd driving win. Pierce also trains for AST Racing of New York. This is a homebred, the 2-year-old Bay Fillies by Western Fame out of the American Ideal mare, Suick's Rainbow. 2 3rd place finishes in 3 start. Last time out was 3rd at Marion.
Number 5 is Jewel Fame. Ed Conrad trains and drives this one from Wasia Lauder from Tiffin, Ohio. Western Fame filly. 1 start. That was a 4th place finish at Marion.
They're off and pacing the first horse away is Our Greyhart. Coming in there second along the rail is Taylor's 3rd round. On the outside 3rd is Famous Rain. 4th is Aggie Allen. The last horse is Jewel Fame. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race toward that quarter-mile mark. That's Curtis Harper showing on top. Mark St. Louis showing on top with Our Greyhart. Racing in their 2nd is Famous Rain, driven by Pierce Henry. 3rd is Taylor's 3rd round, driven by Clifton Bell. 4th, it is Aggie Allen, driven by Hank Levan, and the last horse, Jewel Fame, driven by Ed Conrad. First quarter pace in 31 and 1/5 seconds. As they race around the upper turn, come down past the stand ruler's time. Up there on the front end, that's Our Greyhart. Racing in their 2nd. Around that turn, that is now Famous Rain. Going down toward the half-mile mark. That's Our Greyhart bringing the horses down to the half. the turn to head down the backside to race over the 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Our Gray Heart. Horse pouring on the pressure on the outside is Jewel Fame. That thrill third is Famous Rain. Fourth is Taylor's third round. The last horse, AEL. The pace will pick up a little bit from there on. That's still Our Gray Heart with the lead. Swimming through at the rail second now is Famous Rain on the outside. Third now comes Taylor's third round. Between horses fourth is Jewel Fame. 3/4 and 135 and 1/5. As they race around the upper turn to head for Bader. That is still Our Gray Heart with the lead. Racing in there second is Taylor's third round. Third is Famous Rain on the outside. Fourth Jewel Fame followed by AEL. As they race toward home, that's Our Gray Heart at Taylor's third round. It's going to be Our Gray Heart, and here they all come. Taylor's third round up to place, Jewel Fame to show. A mile and 2/4 and 3/5.
2:04 and 3 for your winner, Our Gray Heart. Jeff Nisonner, who's not here as a driver, but definitely set one up here as a trainer, owned by CIS Racing of Wilmington, Ohio, which is interesting because the Wilmington Fair, you think that the owner would want it to
I
race.
wondered the same thing.
Our Gray Heart wins for the third time in 4 starts. Nearly perfect. Finished second in Marion, beaten by 2 lengths to Monte Claire, who raced earlier tonight with Levan trainee. So Our Gray Heart, 75% winners.
Mark St. Louis Jr. gets his second driving win of the evening. $31 and 1 for the opening quarter. The half 104 and 1. 3/4 139 and 1. Holman 204 and 3. Gate to wire for Our Gray Heart. Was winner 2 back at Circleville and 204 and 2. Well, the thing is, yeah, you would wonder the owner's from Wilmington, but Jeff, maybe having so many 2-year-olds, he just kind of spread them out instead of going head to head. Now tomorrow we're back here tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock with 11. Wilmington goes at 4 with 18. I believe they start at 4.
Yeah, they
and then
started much
Cortland
earlier.
has 10 in an afternoon card and 10 in an evening card. So I don't know if Cortland's 12 noon and 5 evening, something like that.
It's noon and 4:30.
Something like that.
Well, wait a minute.
Comes number 2, Our Gray Heart. By CIS Racing LLC, trained by Jeff Nisonner and third division
Noon and 4:30.
Noon and 4:30 at Cortland.
4 o'clock at Wilmington.
Don Tiger, I know, will be there with Matt Clark.
Kenny Levengood.
Is Kenny Levengood going to be there also?
That's what the schedule
Kenny's
says.
going to be there. Kenny, the announcer at Northfield Park.
Taylor's third round was second. Number 2, Our Gray Heart was a winner. Number 3, AEL was 5th. Number 4, Famous Rain was 4th. Number 5, Jewel Fame was 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 31 and 1/5. The half was in 104 and 1/5. The 3/4 in 135 and 1/5. The mile in 204 and 3/5. The top is in read 215 4 3 on the bottom. The mile in 204 and 3/5.
Well,
The upcoming racing.
Jay, we got 10 down, 5 to go. 2-year-old filly trotters up next, a field of 6, and we'll be back to take a look at the 6 2-year-old fillies right after this.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins. In Ohio, we know a thing or two about greatness. It's in our blood. It's in our horses. Ohio Standardbreds are built to win, racing for nearly $23 million in Ohio Stakes races. See Ohio's top yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale Friday, September the 12th at the Pickaway County Event Center. Show day is Thursday. Experience the thrill and invest in the future with the Buckeye Owner Bonus. Eligible Ohio sired yearlings get a bonus after their 2- and 3-year-old racing season. Learn more at OhioHarnessHorseBreeders.com.
Well, we're back. I don't have a run sheet, or we'd mention our fine sponsors here: the Breeders' Crown, Cover Link Insurance, Ohio Farm Bureau, Power Play Farm, Dublin Valley Farm, Hickory Lane Farm, Big D's, Tack and Supplies, and the OSU Veterinary Clinic. So can't do this without the support of our sponsors, and we thank them one and all.
Back at it tomorrow night with 11 of them.
Yeah, this will be done by now.
Yes, yes.
Because the second night always goes faster than the first night. I think everyone wants to go home.
Something smelling good out there on the Midway.
That smells like burgers.
You'll have a lot of opportunities on the way home for a sandwich if you want. Going through Marysville there and then Delaware. And, you know, last summer, I'm sure you've noticed you get that way some. The Culvers in Marysville. I thought I was cracking up one night. It was dark.
It was gone.
It was gone.
They moved across.
They moved across the street.
Oh,
I picked my son and his family up at the airport there at Rickenbacker, and they were hungry about 10 o'clock or 10:30 at night. It was dark. I said, "We'll stop at Culvers." Well, it's not there. Well, yeah, it's right there, Dad. It's right there.
How bad is that? We know where places are based on its location for food restaurants, you know. So I told Matt Clark we should do a food. We should go to dinner someplace in Bellefontaine before the races, and we'll give a food report outside of the. So you wouldn't complain, would you, Stephen? Yeah.
Races featuring the
the Brown Jug Restaurant, is that still big?
Nope, the Brown Jug Restaurant closed.
Really?
About 15 years ago.
Really? It's been closed that long?
Yep. My uncle's retired, sold the business to Hoggies. Do you remember the barbecue restaurant Hoggies? So they've been out 15 years. There's a ride right behind us that drops people about 40 feet, and every time that goes down, we snap our head around because we hear nothing but shrieks.
The big restaurant, is it what's it? Buns?
Buns downtown still.
And what are they noted? They bring the big. Susan Schroeder gets the big rolls.
Nope. That's Hamburger Inn.
Hamburger Inn.
And those are about the size of a manhole cover.
Yes.
They're cinnamon rolls with maple sugar icing on them. During Jug Week, you can go in there and you're going to find one Mike Wolfkenberg. You're going to find one Johnny Wiest, and you'll find one Tom Hope. They all go in there for breakfast. So if you need to find them on Jug Week, just go in the Hamburger.
A friend of mine,
breakfast.
Gary Beckstead, goes in there in the OHHA tent.
And picks up. She brings them for the OHHA tent. But my family, you know, one of my first jobs was washing dishes at the Brown Jug Restaurant when I was 14. So obviously, a lot of fun.
Did you have any interest in the Little Brown Jug at that time?
Oh yeah. My dad was an attorney in town, and he did a lot of work. He was on the Jug Society. He did a lot of work for attorneys. I spent many a Saturday morning at Sugar Valley Farms with Doc and Evelyn Welders.
Okay.
My dad would go up on weekends, and we would bale hay and anything else that needed to be done, or we would just sit on the porch on Friday nights and shoot the shit with Doc and Evelyn. So a lot of great memories there
Doc,
too.
that would be Billy's father?
Billy's dad, yep, Dale.
Dale.
Yep. So, so when the Brown Jug Restaurant closed, my wife and I jokingly said to my wife, we ought to do a Brown Jug Restaurant night. And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "We'll get the old recipe book out, and we'll make recipes from the Brown Jug Restaurant." So we've been doing this for about 7 years now. So we make Stromboli subs. We'll make summer subs. We have the buffalo wings. We have the cheeseburger soup. We have the crab meat pasta salad. So last year I think we had 82 people at my house on a Saturday in August for recipes from the old Brown Jug Restaurant. So it's a lot of good memories. And my Uncle Ed passed away about 2 years ago, and he was the last owner of the Jug. So a lot of his memorabilia that hung on the wall is now in my house.
Oh, okay.
So my office now has a bunch of Brown Jug restaurant memorabilia in it too, which is
what was your first little brown jug?
My first one was 1981 Fan Hanover.
Fan Hanover. That was an accident,
both
correct?
Accidents in the elim and the second heat. So my dad, we were in box 354 right at the top of the steps there when you come in by the souvenir stand. And I just remember my dad said, "Oh, expletive," and he ran down the thing because he knew the accident happened, and he was on the fair board. And obviously, if you're the attorney, you want to know what's going on. So, but that was the first year. I remember listening to Niatros on the radio.
Okay.
WDLR would do the races on the radio, and I listened to them at home, sitting on my front porch. So, it's you remember where you were actually sitting when this happened. We know where we are for race 11, and that's with Bill Peters. There better be extra pay in this for me here. I wish they would take the cities out and put their full names instead of the cities of the owners.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you had the post parade, but Bill Peters, 2-year-old filly trotters, Jay Wolf, $5,029, beginning with a 1. Count the Lilies, Ryan Miller for trains. Chris Hope drives, 2-year-old bay filly by full count. First career start, had a couple qualifiers at Scioto Downs, trotted in 2:01 and 3 last time out.
Number 2 is Scotia ATM. Chris Beaver not only drives, he trains, he co-owns and bred this Centurion ATM filly out of Rondo in red by Tagliabue. Stephen Z. Handler is the co-owner. This one made 1 start, and that was at Marion back on June 28th. Stayed flat, finished 4th, timed in 2:12 and 1.
Number 3, Long Diamond, is the 2-year-old brown filly by Long Tom, a $30,000 Ohio Select purchase out of the Credit Winner mare. Nutmeg's winner, Rosie Weaver trains. Sam Widger looking for his second driving win of the evening. Rosie Weaver in partnership of Heartland Acres and Gabby D. of Hudson, Ohio, and Johnny Stan of Ohio owned. The 3 is Long Diamond.
Number 4 is Trictia L. Hank Levan trains reins for Levan Stables, Darmafol Racing, Hurley Racing, Megan Levan, and Freeze, all of Ohio. This is Play Tricks on Me. This was a $21,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic Sales, bred by Sprucewood Farm. Has 1 win, 1 second, 1/3 in 3 starts. That win was last time out at Marion in 2:10 in 3.
Number 5 is Sippin' Velvet, Pierce Henry for Ty Bates. This is a 2-year-old brown filly by What the Hell out of the Uncle Peter mare, Perfect's Queen. Robin McKee of Swanton, Ohio owns this, a $10,000 purchase. The first career start for the 5, Sippin' Velvet.
Tom Moore trains, drives, owns Mariah's Power. The 6, a Marseille filly, 2 starts, has 1/3. That was last time out at Marion, timed in 2:10 and 3.
Here they come. There, outside running the first horse away is Long Diamond. On the outside second is Trictia L. And their third is Count the Lilies. 4th is Scotia ATM. 5th is Mariah's Power. The last horse is Sippin' Velvet. As they make the turn now to head down the backside, the race toward that quarter-mile mark. Hank the man has Trictia L on top by a length and a half. Running second is Long Diamond, driven by Sam Widger. And their third is Count the Lilies.
2:06 and 3 for your winner, Tricked Ya L.
Hank Levan gets his third driving and training win of the evening here at the Logan County Fair. Dharma Fall Racing. Good night for Dharma Fall Racing. They return to the winner's circle once again.
If you're going to sponsor the winner's circle, you might as well go there 3 times, right?
Maybe have an inside track. Joe and Fran Dharma Fall. Having a lot of fun going to the fairs, watching their horses race and getting to the winner's circle. Our friend Brad Conrad in Wilmington tonight sent his sidekick Don Speck, who lives in Salina, and I drove tonight. Don will drive tomorrow night. So.
Oh, so you tag team.
Well,
he said he came with you. I just assumed he would drive, but Brad probably pays mileage. Make Brad pay for the mileage. 2 straight wins for Tricked Ya L. This one was a $21,000 purchase. Play Tricks on Me.
Got quite a few heading to the winner's circle.
Yeah. Wave it, Mike.
Mike Wepkenberg, our starter, in front of us, giving some rides in the starting gate.
And drops her off at the winner's circle. That's well done. He's got the old Continental out tonight.
Mike Wepkenberg, give us a wave if you can hear us, if you're listening. So Hank Levan, familiar face in the winner's circle tonight. His third trip.
Down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Woodstock, Sylvania, and Archville, Ohio, and Fremont, Indiana, comes number 4, Tricked Ya L. All by Levan Stables, Dharma Fall Racing, Early Racing, Megan Levan, and Richard Freeze. And driven trained in the victory by Hank Levan. Let's have a big hand here for Tricked Ya L and all concerned. Here are the official placings for race 11 from the top. Number 1, Count the Lilies was second. Number 2, Scotia ATM was fifth. Number 3, Long Diamond was third.
Did he send you? Oh, you got that of him?
That's me.
Velvet was sixth. And number 6, Mariah's Power was fourth. Time of the first quarter was 31 3/5. The half was in 103 3/5. The 3 quarters in 134 4/5. With a mile in 206 3/5. The top is read 253 164. A mile in 206 3/5. New lifetime mark for Tricked Ya L.
So the 12th race next up, 3-year-old filly Pace, third and final division of this. First division went in 59 3. The second division went in 59 3. What's your predictions here, Mr. Ballinger? Over or under?
Over.
Over? All right. So we'll talk about all 7 when we come back after these messages.
For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person, not a policy. Whether you raise crops, livestock, or own the family farm, CoverLink's farm insurance can be tailored to meet your needs. Trusted advice and solutions to protect what matters most. Great service from great people, CoverLink Insurance.
Welcome back. Bellefontaine, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Doug Ballinger, and Stephen Taylor. All here. The sun's almost setting.
Yes.
Sun is almost behind the clouds.
About
and
5 more minutes, maybe.
So thank everyone for checking in on Facebook with the live chat. Yes, that was Chris Hope on the one last race.
Now, you can get the live chat. What do you do to get that? I can't get that anymore.
I just hit the button that says show chats. And
so you can get comments in?
I can see the comments.
Now, that's on the OHHA?
Nope. They're all the races are on YouTube this year. So if you go to youtube.com, I put in Harness Racing a lot live, and it comes up OHHA number 1 95% of the time.
Harness Racing. .Ohio or live?
No, I just do Harness Racing live, and it usually comes right up. No, you got to go to YouTube first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get on here.
It's all right. Or you can just look at my phone sitting there. Thank everyone for watching us tonight. We'll be back at it, hard at it tomorrow, 6 o'clock. For an 11 race card. I feel like we're getting cheated out of 3 races because we are. But tonight was all filly events except for the Signature Series. So tomorrow is all colt events except for the Signature Series trot. Look forward to bringing you all the action right here on YouTube.
Okay, there I am now.
Nope. You're on Harness Racing Ohio.
Okay, that's what it went to.
Oh, should it? Okay.
But I don't get the live chat, I don't believe.
You don't.
Okay.
So I go right to YouTube, so I get all the chats. So I can hear everyone say Doug Ballinger is the greatest ever. And I give him a thumbs down.
I'll have to try that. Yeah, we're rolling right along. We are rolling right along.
If you can't join us here in person tomorrow, Steven's promised us a tent, so we'll complain less tomorrow. Last 4 races I've served as a human shield. I've been the solar eclipse for you.
Yeah, it's really bright right now. I mean, it's not real hot, but it's in your eyes.
Yeah. If you can't be with us tomorrow in person, we hope you would join us online at 6 o'clock. If you can't,
boy, you can watch harness racing all day.
You can watch all day, starting at noon.
At noon.
From Cortland, Kenny Levengood and Don Tiger.
Don Tiger. Kenny Levengood, the great announcer from Northfield Park.
He's been enjoyable.
An up-and-coming announcer. Yes, good guy.
So they do a double header. So you can start with Cortland, watch there first, then you can flip over to Wilmington and start theirs at 4 o'clock. Then you can flip back to Cortland at 4:30, and then you turn them all off and listen to us at 6 o'clock, because we're going to have the best show. Matt Clark, who?
I've heard that. He had a birthday the other day,
Yes,
didn't
he did. Yes, he did. He said he was going to go golfing. He never told me a score when he got done golfing, so I can only imagine. You know, I missed a hole-in-one the other day by 3 strokes.
By what?
By 3 strokes.
Well, since you brought golf up, I've got 3 hole-in-ones.
Do you? I have one. Never saw it. Went in on the fly.
Really?
Yeah. I won an $8 skin in my league, and I had to buy $80 worth of beers. So
my wife actually golfed today. I was home mulching. She was out golfing.
See?
They came in second place. She won $13, and she got $12 for a skin, so that's $25.
Well,
that's more than I'll probably make tonight.
That's dinner on you tonight, Ballinger. Where are you going to stop on the way home?
I don't know.
So do you go 60? How do you go home then?
Well, 33.
So you'll go west 33.
Yeah,
I'm
west.
going east 33.
Yeah, we're going. Yes.
So, okay.
Now, do you come in the back way probably?
I get off at
504, 540. They call it.
I get off at 68. Just come right through town. Brings you right out here.
Okay, so you come right
through the guts
through the heart of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I park I park across the street.
I do it to school.
It's worth the $3.
Yeah, it's worth the
$3.
Yes,
lot.
Most definitely.
I don't have a pass this year, so I have to sweet talk my way in all the fairs.
You don't have a pass.
Well, guess what? I'm 4 for 4 in sweet talking them.
Okay.
Of course, if you're carrying a briefcase. And
I got a pass for you if you want one. That's in there.
Nice sunset here. I saw you have business cards too with harness racing on it, man.
Yeah, that's from the old days. Yeah, old days.
Is the phone number only 4 digits on those cards?
Yeah, it's 7349, my home landline, which I don't have. I think it's still that. I save those for souvenirs.
Do you remember party lines? Do you remember party lines?
Yes. Oh, yes.
People
I got a story to
it.
tell you. I'll tell you the story on a party line here in a minute.
All by Jeffrey and Tony Arvin of Hamilton, Ohio. Trained by Jeff Nysonger, the driver of Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 3 is Gordy's Last Chance. All by Frederick Reed IV of Delaware. Trained by Ron Stack, the driver of Ranger Stack. Number 4 is Mount Camus. All by Hagerman Racing and Melinda Hirschberger of Mount Vernon. Trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver of Emmanuel Miller. 5 is Liberty Liberty. All by Harrison Stock Incorporated of Bucyrus, Ohio. Sean Harville of West Carrollton, Ohio. Scott Davis of Bell Valley, Ohio. Trained by Jessica McCown, the driver of Cameron McCown. Number 6 is Double Request. Owned and trained by Brian Roebuck of North Lewisburg, Ohio, the driver of Sam Widger. And number 7 is Deborah L. Owned by Logan Stables Incorporated, Megan Logan of Woodstock. Early Racing of Dublin, Ohio. Richard Crees of Northfield, Ohio. Trained and owned by Hank Logan.
Real quick party line story. I was announcing basketball probably in the late 70s, early 80s at Elida, Ohio, a tournament game, I think. And it was for WCSM, and somehow the rate or the you'd have to have a phone line.
Exactly, I remember that. Yeah.
And the we got hooked up on a party line somehow. And some lady in St. Mary's, Ohio, was wanting to use her phone, and
it was broadcasting in Elida.
And she'd pick the phone up and talk, and she was just carrying on why we was acting a fool on the radio, or on, thinking we was just making this stuff up. So there we go for the party line. Number 1, Moonlight Ride. Pierce Henry looking for his second driving win. Ty Bates trains 3-year-old Bay Philippi. Down by the seaside, a winner twice this year. 30,000 lifetime, 153-3 last year at Scioto Downs.
Number 2, You're No Daisy at All. Mark St. Louis Jr. will now drive for Jeff Nysonger, who trains this one for Jeffrey and Tony Arvin of Hamilton, Ohio. This is a Western Terrier filly. 3 wins in 9 seasonal starts, 3 of 15 lifetime. The last win was back on May 23rd at Northfield Park in 57-2.
Number 3, Gordy's Last Chance. Ranger Steck drives for his father Ron. 3-year-old Bay Philip Catch the Fire. Out of the 4-star Shark Mare, Gordy's pet, Frederick Reed of Delaware, Ohio, owns. 4 starts this year, has 2 wins, 12,000 lifetime, 155 at Scioto Downs, about 3 starts back.
Number 4 is Mount Camus. Herman Hagerman trains, co-owns with Melinda Hirschberger. Emmanuel Miller will get this assignment. 5 wins in 8 seasonal starts. The winner last time out at Marion in 203-2.
Number 5, Liberty Cam McCallan, 3-year-old filly by Zuma Kalade. A winner once this year, 23,155 at Scioto Downs.
Number 6 is Noble Request, trained and owned by Brian Roebuck. 0-for-3 on the season, 1 of 18 lifetime.
7, Deborah L. Hank Levan looks for his 4th driving win. A winner once this year, 25,000 lifetime. Took a mark earlier in the year at Paulding, 2 minutes 4/5. Let's go to Bill Peters to give us a call.
Off and pacing the first horse away in the middle of the track is Mount Camus. Up on the outside second is Liberty Liberty. At the rail third is You're No Daisy at All. 4th is Moonlight Ride. Racing 5th is Gordy's Last Chance. Racing in there 6th is Noble Request, and the last horse is Deborah L. As they make the turn now to head down the backside and race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Emmanuel Miller has Mount Camus on top by a length and a half. Facing in there second is Liberty Liberty, driven by Cameron McCown. 3rd is You're No Daisy at All, driven by Mark St. Louis. 4th, that is Moonlight Ride, driven by Pierce Henry, followed by Ranger Steck and Gordy's Last Chance 5th. What was it? 31-1. First quarter paced in 31 and 1/5 seconds. Around that upper turn. Camus. Right there, close second is Liberty Liberty, followed by You're No Daisy at All 3rd. 4th is Moonlight Ride. Racing 5th is Gordy's Last Chance. Moving up on the outside 6th is Noble Request, and the last horse is Deborah L. Horses are well bunched coming to the half-mile mark. Several horses out and on the move. That's still will lead Mount Camus. On the outside second is You're No Daisy at All, and at the real third, Liberty Liberty. First half paced in 103 and 3/5. as they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Mount Camus on the outside second. That's Your No Daisy at All. Third and looking for racing him along the rail is Liberty Biberty. Going 3 wide down the backside is Moonlight Ride. Racing in their 5th, that is Double Request. Moving along at the rail 6 is Gordy's Last Chance, and the last horse is Deborah L. 3/4 in 133 and 4/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. With the lead along the rail, that is Mount Camus, but pouring on the pressure on the outside is Moonlight Ride, with Liberty Biberty trying to hold on third. As they race toward home, that's still Mount Camus and Moonlight Ride. Moonlight Ride now goes off stride. It's going to be Mount Camus wire to wire, and here they all come. Liberty Biberty up for place, Noble Request for show. A mile in 2:02 and 3/5.
Well, I won that bet, taking the over. First 2 divisions, 59 and 3. A final division, 202 and 3. Mount Camus and Manny Miller. Manny, I believe that's his second winning drive of the evening.
That is correct, Mount Camus. So it's a 4, 5, 6 unofficial. 4th place finisher, I think, will probably be taking down to a lapped-on break here at the wire. Moonlight Ride, challenging for the lead coming down the stretch, made a bad step. Never really got back on stride, so we'll have to let Mr. Stats figure this all out.
Yeah, we did. Looked as though it was lapped on at the wire.
Manny Miller won the 2nd race of the night, now the 12th. Herman Hagerman picks up his first training win. He's doing quite well on the fair scene this year. One of the top 5 trainers on the fair circuit.
Have a 3-year-old filly trot and a 2-year-old filly trot. Our final 2 on the card.
Track into the winners, so the winners go coming from Mount Vernon, Ohio. Comes number 4, Mount Camus. Owned by Hagerman Racing and Melinda Hirschberger. Trained by Herman Hagerman. And driven to victory this evening by Emmanuel Miller. That's what I heard here for Herman Hagerman, Emmanuel Miller, and Mount Camus, the winner of race 12.
Good thing about this, you can take the horse right across the infield.
Yeah, you don't have
to go far to go.
How many horses in the infield? What do we got? 57, 85, 95 horses in the infield probably tonight. I don't know how many starters we did have. I didn't add it up again. Probably a good 90 to 95 right in that infield.
Well, if you take 6 by 14, so
60 and 4, 84.
84.
Probably 84 to 85, somewhere in there. Probably not quite 90.
There are the official placings for race 12 to the top. Number 1, Moonlight Ride, finished 4th, was placed 6th. For breaking at the wire with 2 horses left on. Number 2, Your No Daisy at All, finished 5th, was placed 4th. Number 3, Gordy's Last Chance was 7th. Number 4, Mount Camus was a winner. Number 5, Liberty Biberty was 2nd. Number 6, Noble Request was 3rd. And number 7, Deborah L, finished 6th, was placed 5th. Time of the first quarter was 31 and 1/5. The half was in 103 and 3/5. The 3/4 in 133 and 4/5. 1 mile in 2:02 and 3/5. The top of 2 6, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5 on the bottom. A mile in 2:02 and 3/5. Again, the number 1 horse, Moonlight Ride, finished 4th. It was breaking at the wire, and there were 2 horses left on, so it had to place 6th.
2 to go. What does Roger Houston call this race?
Penultimate.
Penultimate, yes.
We didn't say it at Ottawa, so I had to chastise Ashley Daly because she forgot the penultimate.
Ashley, I believe, working with Susan tonight, probably at
Wilmington.
Wilmington is my guess. Who is there? They should be about finished racing at Wilmington. Any other good comments tonight?
Doug Bellinger is an idol of mine.
That had to be my
R.
wife.
Houston. It's from an R. Houston in Cannonsburg.
I don't. I've heard that name. I've heard that name.
So next for you, Doug, on the Doug Ballinger Summer Tour.
Well,
tomorrow here, but then where?
I think maybe Washington Courthouse calling races.
Okay. Steven?
Wednesday, Saturday there.
After here, where do you head?
I think so too. Yes. I knew it was either a Michael or Stephen going to be at Washington Courthouse. By the end of the year, I'll have that right.
That's fine. Then you'll have someone else.
Yeah. My next OHHA, I'm calling races at Courthouse, and then my next OHHA work would be probably at Tiffin, I believe.
For the OHHA.
Yes. Talking about Courthouse, they have a big night of racing on a Wednesday evening. We start at 5. A lot of giveaways. It's kind of a chamber night. They don't call it chamber, but it's a county thing. Lisa Swartz and they put on there. So big night there at Courthouse.
My next event is second night at Bucyrus. That's on the 23rd. Then I go like 5 straight days. I go Mansfield, Urbana, and then Wapakoneta is in there after that. Then Troy. Then I have Richwood for the first time, and I'm interested in seeing how you announce there, don't you?
I did. I filled in a couple years for Ayers. Ayers is coming back this year. Yes. I'll be at Van Wert those days, which makes sense. Only 25 miles for me. And Richwood, it would be kind of crazy to send you to Van Wert and me to
Richwood?
Yeah. Richwood, probably what, 25 miles for you?
Probably, as the crow flies. Yep.
Have you been there lately?
I haven't been there since probably the 80s.
Nice fair.
It's always Labor Day weekend. It's always.
Yep. They got lights this year.
Yes. And that's one of the reasons I picked it, because I don't have to take a vacation day. I can just, work and then leave work and go right there.
So I'm going to say, I got to get this on my YouTube. So I go to my phone and go to just put YouTube in there.
YouTube.com, yep. And you can just click on the search. Do the little magnifying glass there, yeah. And then type in OHHA Live or Live. Yep, click on that. And there we are. So if you click on it, just click anywhere on that.
Now, where are you getting your comments, though?
Oh, you have to
you got to subscribe.
No, I'm not a subscriber. There you go. Now, if you scroll up, will it come over here, Steven? Help these old guys out with our phones. Mine just comes up.
I got 21 likes, but hit more maybe. Nope, that isn't it. I got viewers.
Jimmy Byer says he's going to be at Washington Courthouse throwing blankets.
Really?
Yeah.
That Jimmy gets around.
He does.
Now, if you can present blankets at Delaware, you can present them anywhere.
Well, exactly.
I tried that the other day. I couldn't get any comments.
Mine just comes up. Here, let me keep playing with it.
Also, you can go to our Facebook page, and there's a link, and you can click that, and it'll open. If you're used to going to Facebook.
Well, there you had the post parade for the 13th, the 3-year-old filly trot. Trying to get the live chat to come up on my Facebook page or YouTube, but I can't seem to get it. Jay, number 1, Wada Bell, John Koneski III, Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association director. John also owns and trains this 3-year-old bay filly by Watt the Hill out of Victory Sam mare. Bell's Victory, 3 starts, has a win and a second. 8,000 lifetime. Took a mark earlier in the year at Ottawa, 2:04.1.
Number 2 is Hang Tight Honey L. Hank Levan looks for his 4th win of the night as a trainer and driver. Levan Stables, Dharma Full Racing, Hurley and Megan Levan own it. This is 1 of 10 this season, but 11 of 28 lifetime. Was a winner 4 back at Circleville, timed in 2:04.
Grapevine Disaster to the 3. Pierce Henry for Michael Lee. 3-year-old bay Philip Long Tom out of Explosive Master Mare. Swifty Hanover by the partnership of Michael Lee and John Dukesug. Sean Mass, Deshler, Ohio, a winner twice and 25 career starts, $32,000. Took a mark at Northfield Park earlier in the year of 2 minutes.
Number 4 is Rose Run Bridget. Herman Hagerman looks to go back-to-back here. Anthony Miller is the co-owner with Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio. Has 1 win on 10 seasonal starts. That win was at Paulding in 2:02.2. Manny Miller will get the driving assignment tonight.
Kevin Detweiler, the 5. Proxy's photo for Joseph Wagner. 3-year-old bay Philip Long Tom has 1 win and 13 starts with 3/3, 9,700 lifetime. Coming off a win at the Putnam County Fair in Ottawa, 2:01.1.
Now, if the suns go down, it's a mere 83.
Yeah, and they're hard to see you there on the backside. Boy, if we wouldn't have lights, we would be in trouble. I thought they were going to the gate, and then
I was like, you might want to speed it up because they're going to the gate. But then I looked, and I'm like, oh wait, 2 are on the front stretch. So I think we've done a good job of rationing our water. I've got like half a bottle left. Started with 4. I dropped 1, so that didn't work out so well.
Somebody stole it pretty quick.
I will give the fans credit here. Everyone who was here to start the races are still here. The heat did not push anybody away. They're a hardy bunch here in Logan County. Field of 5, the penultimate, the 13th 3-year-old filly trot. 3rd and final division. Top of the stretch. Send it over to Bill Peters.
Here they come. Disaster. On the outside, second is Rose Run Bridget. At the real 3rd is Willie Bell. Racing in their 4th is Parksy's Photo. For the back 5th is Hang Tight Honey L. As they make the turn now, they're down the backside to race over the quarter mile mark. Out there in the front end is Rose Run Bridget, driven by Amanda Miller. 2 lines back, second is Grapevine Disaster, driven by Pierce Henry. 3rd is Willie Bell, driven by John Koneski. And in their 4th down the backside, that's Parksy's Photo, driven by Kevin Detweiler. And the last horse is Hang Tight Honey L, driven by Hank Levan. First quarter was trotted in 32 and 1/5 seconds. As they race around the number turn, come down past the stand for the first time, that's still Rose Run Bridget by a length and a half. Over Grapevine Disaster with Willie Bell trotting in their 3rd. Proxy's Photo was 4th, and closing in 5th now was Hang Tight Honey L. First run straight alignment as they race down toward the half-mile mark. That's Emmanuel Miller and Rose Run Bridget bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Pierce Henry with Grapevine Disaster. Willie Bell was trotting 3rd. Up on the outside 4th is Hang Tight Honey L. The last horse, Proxy's Photo. First half trotted in 104 and 3/5. outside third as he raced toward home is Proxy's Photo. As he raced to the lane, Proxy's Photo is flying on the outside. At the rail, the lane, Rose Run Bridget, Proxy's Photo, and Rose Run Bridget. It's the Rose Run Bridget. Tight for place between Grapevine Disaster and Proxy's Photo. A mile in 2:04 and 4/5.
2:04 and 4. Manny Miller gets his third winner. He teams up with Herman Hagerman once again. Rose Run Bridget, 3-year-old Bay Phillip. What the Hill? Now the Explosive Matter mare, Explosive Lynn, second win of the season. Third career. Earnings now right at $39,000 for Rose Run Bridget. She a $16,000 Ohio Select purchase 2 seasons ago.
It's close for second. Grapevine Disaster looked to get up for place.
Actually very comfortable right now.
Let's just keep doing it then.
Yeah.
Spend the night
Bring
here.
them on for tomorrow night.
We might have to do that at Troy, but you don't do the first night at Troy, do you?
Steve Cross will be
yeah.
there. Your friend Steve Cross.
Exactly.
You and Steve go back a long way.
Yeah.
I talked to Steve a couple weeks ago on the phone.
I talked to him this weekend. He was texting me this weekend. Works for the sales company up there in, what is it, Midwest now? Or he's got a sales company, correct?
Yes. Well, he still has the Ohio, the Buckeye Classic.
Sale.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Dundee and Mount Vernon, Ohio, comes number 4, Rose Run Bridget. Owned by Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing. Trained by Herman Hagerman. And driven to victory this evening by Emmanuel Miller. Let's have a big hand here for Herman Hagerman, Emmanuel Miller, and Rose Run Bridget, the winner of race 13.
Herman Hagerman and Manny Miller go back-to-back here in the 12th and 13th. So that brings us. Has he given the rundown? I forgot.
No, not yet. I don't
Not officially.
There we go.
There we go.
13 from the top. Number 1, What a Bell was 4th. Number 2, Hang Tight Honey L was 5th. Number 3, Grapevine Disaster was 2nd. Number 4, Rose Run Bridget was the winner. And number 5, Proxy's Photo was 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 32 and 1/5. The half was in 104 and 3/5. The 3 quarters in 134 and 1/5. For a mile in 204 and 4/5. And the top should read 4, 5, 2, 1, 3 on the bottom. A mile in 204 and 4/5.
So if you had the winner, number 4, $24.60. Nice payday.
Nice payout. 24.60, 720.
You don't get too many Herman Hagermans at 11 to 1.
No. One we've been looking for, 14th and final. 2-year-old Philly Pacers, a field of 6, and we'll be back right after this.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
At the Logan County Fair, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action, Bellefontaine, Ohio. Stephen, Doug, and Jay with you tonight.
As long as you get the middle name right, Doug. As long as you remember that, you're okay.
Yeah.
Stephen, you've been with the OHHA 4 years now?
Oh, no,
3?
This third year?
Third? No.
Oh, is that all it's been? I thought for sure this was 3.
No.
Really? I see. I thought it was 3.
Have you been Employee of the Month yet? Come on, Frank, if you're listening. For in the heat here, he deserves Employee of the Month. I swear to God, you've been here longer than a year. Seems like 10, right? What's the old joke, Doug? I've been happily married 27 years. I've been married 35, but happily 27.
I have been married to be 52.
52 years.
In
Your
December.
wife is an angel then.
Yes.
I have to email her every time I want to email you. You can't even get your own email.
Yeah, I know.
You have to share with her.
Yeah, got to share with her.
And she probably has to print it off for you, doesn't she?
I'm not going to say any more than that. No, I can print this stuff off, but when it gets to the nitty-gritty.
Yep. Stephen does all the video work, so every time you watch one of the new, I shouldn't say new, it's been over a year now, the quarter or the monthly video recaps, those are all your work. So you're probably busier when it's not racing season because of all the banquets and the tribute videos for the banquet award winners and everything else. That's all on your plate, right?
Yeah, I also am working on developing our new website. We're going to have a new website here pretty soon.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And so I'm
Sneak
doing a lot of that.
Need a beta tester?
So
I'll play with it and see what I can break. I'm good at beta testing things.
So were you up? This is your first introduction to harness racing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I came from a farming family, but on the crops side, not the...
Okay.
Is Doug Ballinger the best announcer you ever heard?
Yeah.
See?
He's good. He's my favorite now.
Michael's very good. Maybe if you get his name right, he'll say more nice things about you. So I have to laugh. I did when I paid for my parking today. I gave her a 20. She gave me 17 ones back as change. And I was like, my wife's going to say, what are you doing with those ones?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Where you been?
I'm giving ones away to
County
everyone
Fair.
who'll look at me. Here, take some ones.
Well, it's going to be tough to get this one done at 9:30. But, boy, we're rolling right along.
We were.
Yep, rolling right along. If they didn't have lights, it would be tough.
It would be very tough.
It's still tough. It's still
Where
tough.
were we? Were we at Ottawa one year? It was very, 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 very dark when they ran the
Yes,
last
it
race.
was.
It was the signature series, too.
Yes, it was very dark, yes.
Here's your field for the 14th.
It's the fourth division of the 2-year-old filly pace, going for first $3,653. Number 1 is Atta Girl Mickey. All by Vern Schmucker of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Mike Hollenbeck of Chesterfield, Indiana, trained and driven by Mike Hollenbeck. Number 2 is Miracle on the Coast. Owned by Always Aces LLC of Clarkson, Michigan. Here's the stock incorporated beside us, Ohio. Dick Catter Henry of St. Mary's, Ohio. Trained by Jessica McCown, the driver Cameron McCown. Number 3 is Sea Smoke. Owned by Sea Smoke Stable, Radnor, Ohio. Mark Hoger of Amelia Island, Florida, and Sugar Valley Farm of Delaware, Ohio. Trained by Chris Beaver, the driver Compton Bell. Number 4 is Mickey's Brew. Owned by Robbie Brooks of Van Leeuwen and Curtis Shelf of Vatican. Trained by Robbie Brooks, the driver Pierce Henry. 5 is Mickey L. Owned by Van Stables and Lake Van of Woodstock, Ohio, and Max Perry of Kingsville, Ohio. Trained and driven by Hank Van. And number 6 is Working on a Night Mood. Owned and trained by Mike Sweeney of Delaware and the driver Curtis Harper. Again, remember.
Number 1 is Atta Girl Mickey. Mike Hollenbeck trains and drives, owns a partnership with Brendan J. Schmucker. This is a 2-year-old bay filly, Bellefontaine Mickey, a $10,000 purchase. Has one career start. That was at Ottawa. Finished second, pacing 59-4. The 1, Atta Girl Mickey.
Number 2 is Miracle on the Coast. Cam McCown will drive for his wife, Jessica McCown. Always Aces. And here's the stock incorporated and Nick Catter Henry of St. Mary's, Ohio, down by the Seaside Philly. Second career start. First time out was at Scioto Downs, and a 2-year-old non-winners of 1 finished 9th. Paced a mile, though, in 59-1.
3, Clifton Bell, Sea Smoke. Chris Beaver trains. 2 starts this year, has yet to hit the board.
Number 4 is Mickey's Brew. Robert Brooks trains, co-owns with Curtis Shoup. Pierce Henry will drive. 1 second-place finish in 3 starts.
Hank Levan looking for his 4th driving win of the evening. He'll drive the 5 Mickey L. 2-year-old Bay Philip Bellefontaine Mickey, 3 starts on the year, has 2 second-place finishes.
Second-tier starter working on a night move. Curtis Harper will drive this one for owner-trainer Mike Sweeney. Has 1 win in 2 starts. That win was back on June 8th at Paulding in 2:06.4.
And go to Bill Peters.
Here they come. Clear off the base of the first horse away at the rail is Atta Girl Mickey. Dropping in there second is Sea Smoke. Up on the outside third, that's Mickey's Brew. Racing up the rail fourth is Working on a Night Move. Racing in there fifth, that's Miracle on the Coast. And the last horse is Mickey L. As they make the turn now and head down the backside to race over that quarter-mile mark, that's Atta Girl Mickey doing by Mike Hoffman back with the lead. Racing in there second, that's Sea Smoke given by Clifton Bell. Moving along third is Working on a Night Move given by Curtis Harper. Fourth is Mickey's Brew given by Pierce Henry. First quarter pace at 31 4/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. That's still Atta Girl Mickey by a length and a half. Racing right there a close second. That's Sea Smoke. Moving up on the outside third as they race down toward the half. That's Mickey's Brew. No change as they come down here to the half. With the lead along the rail, that's still Atta Girl Mickey. On the outside second, that's Sea Smoke. At the rail third. Excuse me, on the outside, that's Working on a Night Move and Sea Smoke is the third along the rail. First half pace at 102 4/5 as they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4-mile mark. The one that catches Atta Girl Mickey. The closest horse second is Working on a Night Move. Sea Smoke turn along the rail. Flying up on the outside now comes Mickey L. Going toward that 3/4-mile mark. That's still Atta Girl Mickey with the lead. Second along the rail, Working on a Night Move with Mickey L on the outside. Third is Sea Smoke, fourth along the rail. 3/4 at 133 1/5 as they race around the upper turn to head for Great Peter. Now Atta Girl Mickey opens up about 4 legs. Racing second now is Mickey L. As they turn for home, that's Atta Girl Mickey and Mickey L. Atta Girl Mickey and Mickey L as they race through the lane. Atta Girl Mickey and Mickey L. It's gonna be Atta Girl Mickey wire to wire, and here the outcome. Mickey L up for place with Sea Smoke for show. Mile in 2:03 2/5.
2:03.
2:03 2. Atta Girl Mickey, Mike Hollenbeck. We had a watcher from Florida, right? No, they were watching the.
They were watching 3, Sea Smoke.
Okay, yes.
Mark Moger lives down in Florida, chimed in.
Amelia Island, Florida.
That doesn't sound like close to Sebring.
No, not close to Sebring.
You can't have an island in the middle of the
no,
state, can you?
But I can drive over there in an hour and a half.
Yeah. So, Mark, if you need someone.
Straight across. Oh, that's Anna Marie Island. We're straight across.
Atta Girl Mickey. We had a lot of Mickeys. We had Mickey's Brew, Mickey L, Atta Girl Mickey. So, Mike Hollenbeck comes in from Indiana. Trains, co-owns, and drives this Monty Mickey filly with Vernon J. Smucker of Fort Wayne, Indiana, of the American Ideal mare Acrobata. Finished second first start at Ottawa, so you must be the good luck charm. It's a second and a win when you're in present.
Yes. So Hank Levan leads the way with 3 driving wins, as well as Manny Miller with 3, I believe.
Yep. Hank Levan has 3 training, as well as Herman Hagerman. Nope, Hagerman has 2, I'm sorry.
Into the winner's circle where the winners go, coming from Fort Wayne, Chesterfield, Indiana, comes number 1, Atta Girl Mickey, owned by Vernon Smucker and Mike Hollenbeck, and trained to deliver victory by Mike Hollenbeck. Let's have a big hand here for Mike Hollenbeck, Kevin Detweiler, and Atta Girl Mickey, the winner of race 14. Here are the official placings for race 14 from the top. Number 1, Atta Girl Mickey was the winner. Number 2, Miracle on the Coast was 4th. Number 3, Sea Smoke was 3rd. Number 4, Vicky's Brew was 6th. Number 5, Vicky L was 2nd. And number 6, Working on a Night Move was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 31 4/5. The half was in 102 4/5. The 3 quarters in 133 1/5. With a mile in 203 2/5. The Thompson read 1:43.625. A mile in 203 2/5. That concludes our racing for this evening.
It's racing action from Logan County Fair here in Bellefontaine, Ohio. Doug, a good night of racing. We look forward to 11 races tomorrow, too.
Be a shorter evening tomorrow evening. Steven's going to bring us a tent.
Sounds good to me. So
good thing I didn't say Michael, or we wouldn't have got the tent.
We would have been a two-person tent, and you would have been sitting outside looking in. So, on behalf of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association, we'd like to thank everyone who followed along tonight, and we look forward to seeing you at a track real soon. If not, follow us tomorrow here, same time, same station.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.